Doxafart slide, Doxafart slide. Doxafart slide, Doxafart slide, Doxafart slide, Doxafart slide. Doxafart slide. Doxafart slide, 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 Doxafart slide. Doxafart slide, Doxafart slide.
Hell yeah, kitty kitty. I am fucking stoked to hear that, Nexaro, and it should get better as the days go by, hopefully. That's wonderful. Also, hi everybody, how are we doing? I hope you guys are doing real good. It's good to see you. I'm very, very excited about this evening. We are going to start with an Isaac run, and then we're going to do some creepy crochet, in which we ask an AI to write us a doily pattern, I think. And, what was I gonna fucking say? I was gonna say a thing. Well, whatever. Yeah, I don't know. So I did try, anyway, to, research, and none of it made any sense to me. I just don't know what the fuck to research or how to research, whether or not AI can go behind paywalls and stuff like that. But what my plan is, since I couldn't find anything that explicitly said that, like, here's why this is bad and literally stealing from artists, etc. I think that what I would like to do is commence, and then if anybody brings anything up, that's the end. That's the end of it. AI crochet. As soon as somebody shows me, evidence that it's not good, actually, maybe, to do that. Okay, so we need to do Eve. We need to do Lazarus. Wait, no, we don't need to do Lazarus. We don't need to do Eden. How does Maggie have not Mom's heart? That's wild to me. It is going to be a creepy doily pattern, yes. I'm hanging in there. I guess we're doing Eve, which is a huge bummer. We'll do it. I think that... Oh, fucking... I always do this. Oh my god. My fingers were faster than... Oh my god. I just started the game wrong like 400 times. No big deal. I only had 1 cup of coffee today. It was a big cup of coffee, granted, but I only had 1 today. I'm trying so fucking hard to fix my sleep schedule because Josiah and I are going to stay with a couple of friends of his in Ireland in a couple of weeks. It will be my first time leaving the continent, and I am terrified and excited, and I want to do some cursed ass shit in Ireland, y'all. I want to do some cursed ass shit in Ireland. I want to go see witchy shit. I want to go see old shit. I want to go to the place where Braveheart fucking died. That was maybe Scotland. I'm not good at history, but I am excited. I'm very excited. We're gonna be gone for a week. I'll maybe do some content while I'm there, but definitely don't count on it because there's gonna be a whole lot of like experiencing it to do. So that's what's up. I'm not super into fighting all of the horsemen. Then again, whatever. We'll take it for now. William Wallace was a Scottish knight. Okay. So I'm not gonna see where Braveheart died. I'm kind of sad about that, but it's okay. I am gonna see a bunch of old stuff and like castles and jails and stuff. Ask to go to the Hellfire Club and Lake Castle. Is that near Dublin? Because we're staying in Dublin. And we're gonna do a day trip to Galway, I think was the name of it. I'm really excited about it. Eat. The Jukes! I got him tonight, boy. Hell yeah. Okay, that felt good. I'm not sad about that. I did some quick research right now, and by default, if something is behind a paywall, Chat GPT will just say nah in a long robot paragraph. And while you can make it get past paywalls, it's a lot of work, so you wouldn't do it by accident. Okay, fuck yeah. You're the best. Also, he was executed in London. I am going to have a layover in London. It's 10 hours. The dream is alive. I thought the issue was posting, or people posting. Yeah, like, I just don't even know how to go about researching that, really. I tried. I promise you, I tried. But, like, it's overwhelming when you have no idea what you're talking about and looking for. It's brutal. I mean, like, I know by concept what I'm looking for, but I don't speak fluent nerd, really. I wish I did. I wish I was smart enough to know what the fuck is up with that, but for now, like, until somebody is just like, hey, Doxy, this is bad, I'm gonna do the thing. Other people are doing, oh fuck. Other people are doing it, which isn't always a fucking like good excuse to do something, but other people are doing it and nobody's talking about how bad it is. You know what I mean? Like, this isn't a Hogwarts Legacy situation. I should ask the AI. Oh my god. Let's give ChatGPT an existential crisis. The fuck is wrong with Hogwarts Legacy? Any money that you spend towards a Harry Potter object puts money in the hands of a TERF who does TERFy projects. I have a hard time judging anybody who buys that game. I want to buy it. I want to buy it desperately. I want to play it. It's exactly what I've been asking for decades. Well, like a decade, maybe two. And I really want to buy it, but I can't resolve it morally to do it because people that I care about have said that would hurt them if I were to do that. And so I'm not gonna do it. I do have a big problem with people boosting Hogwarts Legacy. I think that's fucked up. Like, trans people are asking you to not contribute to TERF projects, and I think that's fair. I think that's fair as fuck. All right, so now we have to decide. Actually, with Eve, you really want to do devil deals. Well, we got the goat head, which is pretty sick. I don't think I'm going to take the horn. As good as it is, I want to save the health that I have for stuff that I really want, since we have access to the devil on every floor now. Damn, I'm looking for the guided Dublin tours for the Hellfire Club, and it's looking like they're booked out. That's a bummer. That's a big shame. I want to go do some cursed ass haunted shit. Real bad. You know what? I don't fuck with this shop today. I don't fuck with it. You have to get past the spiky boys, and I'm not feeling it. Okay. I don't have a bomb. Oh my god, I could have used my hermit card, but then I would have had to dodge the fucking spiky boys on the way back anyway, so best decision, honestly. Best decision maker. Twitch.tv/ZER0DOXY. Best decision maker. Okay. Could you guys fucking chill? The Earth is already overpopulated. Thank you. Lockdown is pretty whatever, TBH. If we're gonna talk about J.K. Rowling, I could forever. I think that it is just so wild that a person who was such a beacon of anti-bigotry just fucking 10 years ago became like an actual evil person. But that is not even the whole like big and small of it. Something that we talked about when I was reading Harry Potter on stream, and one of the reasons that I stopped doing it is because she's an excellent world builder, hey? But that's like it. That's like all. She's kind of a fucking bad writer. Like kind of an elementary ass writer. She, it's wild how all of the things that you learn in the book tell you exactly what's going to happen for the... Hey, thanks, babe. Thank you so much. That's my big baboos. Tell you what exactly the conflict is going to be. Like, if they're talking about a spell that they're learning, that is going to come into play during the final confrontation of the book. And it's just wild to me. Why did I use a key when I had a The Hermit card? No one will ever know. No one will ever know.
Are you talking shit about Harry Potter?
No. I have a hard time talking shit about Harry Potter. I'm talking shit about Joanne.
I heard everyone who likes that book is dumb.
I disagree with that in a big way.
I'm just saying I heard that. I'm just asking questions.
You're just asking questions. Well, we could go for the Guppy Dream, especially since we have Goat Head. I feel like it's not like a bad decision. Love that. I'm definitely taking this. And you know what? Let's get Speeche. We will grab that on the way out. I'm going to try to get another charge out of this so that we can at least get just one more health to pad what we've got going on. But this is a pretty promising start to an Eve run, y'all. Okay, well, I would have loved... Oh, hell yeah. I would have loved to have gotten like a room charge. Just one would have been sick, but you know. What's this do? Unnecessary. Oh, we do have a bomb now, so we can take it into the arena. I can't help but not really have any feelings. JK got her money and will always get her money, I feel. Sure, but we don't have to put money directly into the pockets of TERFs. And like, I understand people who feel that way. Like, imagine if there was somebody who was just like, all right, we're not out here supporting doxy chatters anymore. We're gonna put together resources that benefit people in the way that doxy chatters need. But if you are a doxy chatter, you are not welcome to use these resources. And I was like, gang, we can't give money to this person anymore. Would you push back on that? Because that's fucking wild to me that anybody would. Similar with my October horror binge, hearing JK and Glorious was an incredibly welcome treat. Wait, what? Oh, JK Simmons. He's pretty wonderful. I couldn't even fully process that. Okay, basically, J.K. Rowling, in a show of just fucking stupendous bigotry and ignorance and pettiness, she decided that she was going to build and fund women's shelters, which is like a fucking A+ thing to do. Love to see it. Bless you, doll. Like, great. But trans people are not allowed to seek shelter in her women's shelters. It is trans exclusion, like trans exclusion for a service that would disproportionately benefit trans people. Like, it was on purpose. Like, that is just an on purpose evil thing under the guise of feminism, and like, it's disgusting. It's one of the most disgusting things I've ever read, and I just can't stand. I can't stand, and I can't support, and I can't imagine anybody wanting to support unless like they're just A-okay with bigotry. I just feel like games are a different feel for me. A thing can be made by or inspired by awful people and still be fun. Sure, it could be fun, but like, I'm not in the business of finding that out when finding out requires me to put money into the pockets of a person that does petty ass shit like make a turf shelter. That's fucked up. That's fucked up, y'all. And to me, honestly, it just feels like if you care about trans rights, when a trans person asks you not to partake in something because it hurts them, that should be enough. I wrestled with it for a hot second because I wanted to find any excuse that I could to feel good about getting that game. I wanted so badly to be able to play this game because it's what I have been asking for specifically for such a long time. Fucking J.K. Rowling's world without J.K. Rowling's writing. Hello? Yes, thank you, please. Like, I get to be in it and do the story? Excellent. Let me. But it doesn't resolve. I think you go to exceptional lengths for this stuff. Like, you think that what I'm saying is unreasonable? Because I don't think that should be exceptional. If you're gonna say that you care about trans rights, then fucking walk the goddamn walk. Don't put money into turf pockets if you claim that you care about trans rights. And I can't blame people for not being able to like hold strong on that. I can't, because I wanted so badly to resolve it and to get this game. I still sometimes just go to the store page and I'm like, you can't do it. There are broader questions here that I don't really have good answers for at the moment surrounding some of these issues, though, I have to admit. I think most people won't, though. Welcome now with Vitamin R. Everybody make sure that Vitamin R feels welcome. Yeah, I don't know, gang. Like, it feels like a no-brainer to me, somebody who was, like, fucking cult-like about Harry Potter. It's crazy to me that there's any pushback on this. It just absolutely blows my fucking mind. That's what I mean by exceptional, though. You dodge buying things because you find them unethical. You seek permission for videos and stuff. I think all that's exceptional, but great. But it shouldn't be. That should not be exceptional. Like, I don't know. I guess if that's supposed to be a compliment, then like I super appreciate the acknowledgement of my efforts or whatever, but like it just doesn't feel like this stuff should be exceptional at all. At all. Like if you care about things, then you should behave as if you care about the things. Otherwise, your integrity is not intact, in my humble opinion. And that's fine. Not everybody can be a fucking beacon of integrity. Lord knows I'm not. Okay? Like, I'm ignorant and I fucking slip up on shit all the goddamn time. Like, all the goddamn time. I'm a hypocrite all the time. The point is that, like, once you're confronted with the fact that you're being a hypocrite, how you, like, react to that, right? Are you going to, like, actually be introspective for a second and be like, you know what, this doesn't resolve and I can't be this way. You apologize if that's what's necessary and you fucking change. So I'm asking this in good faith, but what creates the majority voice on a subject? What you mean, like, in regards to me saying trans people say that it hurts them? Literally all I need to know is that oh my god, that turfiness hurts trans people. And so one fucking trans person saying, hey, maybe don't, that's a goddamn enough. The way I worded it probably sounded negative. I'm not trying to, like, throw fists. I definitely, it's shocking. It's just shocking to me, the amount of people that I've seen, I guess just purely fucking virtue signal about it. Like, you make sacrifices for your fucking ethics. You do that. That's what you do. Or else you don't actually have them. Or else you do not actually hold those ethics, those morals to be important to you. And that's just the truth. That is indisputable. Not to say that we can't mess up, like I said. I'm a big Harry Potter fan, and the first time I saw someone lay out that it's a choice between supporting trans people or buying a game, I was out on it. Yeah, like... Yeah. And in my heart, I always was. And that doesn't mean that I don't still fucking daydream and, like, lament not being able to play that game. But it's worth it. It's worth it to not play the game if it means that I'm not doing something to hurt people that I love. Or just people. Just, like, people. I don't know, man. This is the main issue that I have with Critical Role, too. Like, they're always out there talking about diversity and how important it is, but every time they have the fucking chance to make a difference and to be supportive of any kind of diverse culture, they instead, like, bolster their fucking white friends, and I am not here for it. I just am so fucking over the Critical Role worship. And, like, anytime anybody tries to talk about it, they get harassed into silence and, like, even off the internet a lot of the time. It's wild. Everybody should watch Dimension 20 instead. So much fucking better. Better personalities, too. If only there was another option where you could have your cake and eat it, too. Like... wholeheartedly, straight up, that would be sick. I wish it was like Humble Bundle where I could, like, slide the slider all the way to J.K. Rowling gets none of the profits. Then I would have no fucking problem. I'd have no fucking problem getting that game. But, like, and, like, people are gonna be like, well, how do you know that the other people, like, that are nameless contributors to the products that you buy aren't TERFs and Nazis? And you can't. You can't know. But you know what we do know is that J.K. Rowling is a fucking TERF. J.K. Rowling is a bigot. An open and proud one who digs her crummy heels into the shit earth that she keeps around her, full of shitty people that bolster her for saying things that make people kill themselves. Like, I don't know. Like, I just don't want my dollars to go into her pockets so that she can continue to do things that make people kill themselves. And I don't think you should either. But that's something that you have to resolve with yourself. You don't owe me an explanation for anything. I have not even looked into the anti-Semitism stuff, and I have maybe an unpopular opinion about that kind of thing. Not like anti-Semitic views by any fucking means, but I will say that saying that a fantasy creature is anti-Semitic without like some really compelling evidence seems a little bit silly to me. But again, I don't know what is in that game. I found out yesterday the guy who made Dilbert is a big racist. Yeah, that shit is fucking wild. As a trans woman, this might make me look bad, but if there were a game I was looking forward to playing that had this much negative overshadowing, I'd probably cave but feel really guilty about it. Like, I considered making that choice. I'm not judging you, Raga. I'm not. But I just think that this is an important discussion to have when we're talking about upholding our moral integrity. Like, that's for you to resolve. That's not for anybody else. And some people are going to like you more or less depending on your moral integrity, right? So that, like, that's the consequence that you face. Goblins in general are based on anti-Semitic stereotypes. I just have a hard time resolving that. Some of the goblin stuff I heard regarding the movie seemed sus, but that's all I know. Like, I just have a hard time resolving that. I do, and I'm all ears, and I've heard a lot of discussion about it, and a lot of it feels very virtue signally to me. And that's like where I am at on it for now, but the whole thing doesn't matter since I'm not gonna buy the fucking game, you know? I even considered, if you guys want, like, a very good demonstration of how I am a hypocrite and, like, how I'm not perfect. I even considered, I said to Josiah even, and he was like, wow. I said to Josiah even, I was like, I have considered making a separate Steam account so that nobody knows that I got it and just not saying anything at any point. I truly considered that. And I am ashamed. I'm ashamed of that, but it's true. The fact of the matter, though, is that, like, once I talked about it with Josiah, I just knew that, like, that ain't it. Putting them as greedy bankers who had a rebellion at the same time as the beginning of the Holocaust is a major stream of coincidence that can't be ignored. I don't know. I need context for that. I believe you. Like, please don't think that I'm being combative, because I'm super not. I'm open to hearing all the stuff about all the stuff. But I just don't, like, I just legit have no idea what you're talking about. Too much? You're much too much. Thank you so much. Is this stuff that she, like, retconned in her like Great Turf Awakening. Oh, I really would love to have that. That is a damn shame. Everything else turned into red hearts. We don't need them. We're gonna bounce on out. I suppose... Well, no, I don't want to use my one remaining bomb to look for second secret room when it's this, like... up in the air, where it is. We're just gonna go. We're just gonna bounce. Was there anything else in here that we, like, really wanted? No, I don't think that we desperately need any of this stuff. We're 2 of the way to 2 out of 3 on Guppy, so that's hype. Excuse me, so sorry. I really quickly, I sent Josiah a message on Discord, and I want to check and see if he saw it. I don't think he did. That's okay. Oh my god, have you heard about what JK had to say about wizards and plumbing before the... Yeah, she's a nutcase. Edwin, dude. You make phenomenal decisions, my guy. Thanks for the biddies. I appreciate ya. Props for standing your moral ground, though. It's all I have. It's all I have. I don't really like me very much a lot of the time. And this is one of the things that I can do that makes me like me more. Nice fizzles in the mic. Actually nice, not sarcasm. You like that ASMR? That was not on purpose. I apologize. And also, you're welcome, I guess. Okay, so, hold on. I'm going to read this. Between 1941 and 1943, underground resistance movements developed in approximately 100 ghettos in Nazi-occupied Eastern Europe, about 1/4 of all ghettos, especially in Poland, Lithuania, Belarus, I can't pronounce that, I'm so sorry, and the Ukraine. Their main goals were to organize uprisings, break out of the ghettos, and join partisan units in the fight against the Germans. Okay, so now my question, and I'm not being combative, I'm like in complete good faith. What does that have to do with J.K. Rowling's history on goblins? Replace Jews with goblins and Germans with wizards and you have the plot of the game. Okay. Okay. The Goblin Rebellion of 1612 is a direct reference to a real historical riot against Jews in 1612 to 1616 known as pogrom. Okay, okay. Yeah, I didn't know. I had no idea. That's pretty wild. And so, and they're framed as bad guys? The goblins are framed as bad guys in the game? Whoops. That's pretty on the nose, hey? Ooh. Ooh. Joanne. That's pretty gross. I feel like we got that pop-up before. The small rock one. The main quest is putting down the rebellion, from what I've heard. That's pretty wild. That's pretty wild. I want to believe that Joanne has some redeeming qualities. And that she was being ignorant and didn't know. But after seeing the way that she has, like, really just kind of resin cast her fucking bigotry, it wouldn't shock me. So you play as a wizard cop. I just ate 20 bags of chips and 25 coffees. Subnautica moment. Subnautica is one of my favorite fucking games of all time. You truly do make great decisions. What a fucking banger of a game. I am doing a real bad job of not taking damage here. Ooh. All right. Yeah, disregarding everything about Joanne, that plot alone is a big yikes. No thank you for me. With her bullshit, it's an absolute no. I can also see it being tone deaf as in, like, this is a really cool story. Let's flip it on its head. But the fact that it was a story that had to do with the oppression of Jews and it makes them to be the bad guy is a really tone deaf look at it. Like, I can see her just not thinking about, like, drawing inspiration from that and simply not thinking. I should have picked those up in a different order, but that's okay. Yeah, you guys know what I'm getting at. I could see that being the situation, but, like, if you're gonna be that fucking ignorant, then I probably want to wait until you figure your shit out before I support you anyway, right? You kill the leader, get a trophy of his head. If I heard correctly, that when compared to anti-Semitic propaganda is a damn near tracing. It's so close. That's wild. You killed a stalker by ramming a camera into it. That is delicious poetic justice, hey? Yeah, next Arrow for sure. Wish I were this good at Isaac, but sadly I die on floor 1 like 12 times before getting a good run. I'm not great at Isaac either. It's all we die a lot. We die a lot. No shame. As long as it's fun for you, that's all that matters. And you'll get better as long as you stick to it. It took me a very long time to get my first win. I play Cult of the Lamb, so I think I'll be good at Isaac. Yeah, it's pretty similar vibes. There isn't like a hub world where you get like permanent upgrades or anything like that, but you do get items that help you on each run, so pretty similar. Something I read that resonates with me regarding opinions on J.K. Rowling as a writer, aka she's shallow and doesn't think of much of any of the subtext of what she is writing. I agree with that. I think that it's just like kind of obvious that she's just not that good of a writer and never really was, but she's a phenomenal world builder, hey? That world is very special and is literally magic, right? And a lot of people it's really special to a lot of people. And there's a lot of really good memories tied up in Harry Potter for a lot of people, and that's okay. And we don't even want to take that away from you. Like, you can still engage in your love of Harry Potter. There's better ways now than ways that support Joanne, right? Oh my god, I was looking at chat. God dang it. I'm a big dumb idiot. It's alright though. Everything's fine. Everything is fine. Oh, we have a golden key now. That's sick. I don't know where we got that from, but we take those. Feels like a yes here. And a yes here. And then we donate the rest. Chia. Hi, babe.
Hi, babe.
Are you gonna take a bath?
I just took a bath.
Oh. Was it nice?
Yeah.
Did you use a bath bomb?
I used the salt one.
Oh.
Because I came back from the gym.
Okay.
So I used some Epsom salts.
Okay.
Why?
Because babe used a bath bomb without me.
I'll buy
This
you another one.
is a drive-by subbing. L.
It's super okay. Did you see my message on Discord?
No.
Okay. If you go downstairs. No pressure if you
I'm
don't.
not planning on doing that ever again.
Okay. Never mind then.
What do
Love
you
you.
need?
My measuring tape.
Like the yellow one?
Whatever one is fine.
Okay.
Also, I love you.
I love you too.
Thank you so much, Sleep Ninja, for the drive-by sub. Appreciate you. Where am I fucking headed? I'm like barely paying attention to this because I'm so riled talking about social justice. Well, we definitely do this. That's a free key right there and 2 cents. Hell yeah. Freshly bathed dungeon dad, nothing better. We take a lot of baths together, which is funny because our bathtub is comedically small. Like, I sit crisscross and he has to drape his legs over my hips. It's especially a bummer deal for him. I feel really bad. Because taking a bath at all, it's too small for him, but then I'm like, I want a bath too. And I squeeze in with him. But we take a lot of baths together. It's one of our like bonding activities. We both enjoy a nice bath with nice bath stuff. Nice. Is that hot? I'm not sure. I mean, it probably could be. Sometimes it just flat out is without going into too much detail. But yeah, that above quote I put in kind of speaks to me more than, sorry, I'm not sure what quote you're talking about. You can still go to Diagon Alley. She gets part of the ticket price of Disney, doesn't she? There's no like extra cost to going to the Harry Potter world. You can still go there. Or not Disney, fucking Universal. The above quote I put in kind of speaks to me more of the issues surrounding the J.K. Rowling Goblins issue that no one seems to speak much of in why these tropes exist. I missed the quote. I'm the worst. I'm very sorry. Feel free to indulge me, but also don't waste effort if you don't feel like it. Yeah, we take that. No, I shouldn't have done that. I shouldn't have done that. Guess we're getting Ocular Rift, boys. Gotta keep whore active. Gotta lurk and rest a bit? Absolutely. You have yourself a wonderful night. You deserve one. Ugh. Stop. I hate you. It would be pretty fucking cool if we got a third guppy piece. You know what? Let's go check and see if there's one in here. Maybe there isn't. Not even really worth it, to be honest. I mean, I guess money for the donation machine is always good, right? Sorry to be the devil's advocate. Feel I defo didn't make any friends tonight. What did you... Like, what? Could... I guess I'm not really... I'm doing a bad job of paying attention to who's saying what. I think that if you're defending purchasing Hogwarts Legacy, I like... All I can say is I can't really blame you, but I can say that if you support trans rights, then you can't have it both ways. You better believe that if a reliable pirate of that game comes out, your girl is getting in on it. Yes, and the fact that the anti-Semitism... Oh my god, I can't speak. And the goblin tropes is so long ingrained from its roots in the past, most readers have moved past it being specifically negative tropes about Jews and more. This is what a goblin is in literature. I think that there's something to be said about that. I think that that's absolutely true. And I think that and I think it's really weird that people don't get to enjoy fantasy creatures, right? Because folks in the past had racist notions. I think that that's not it. I think that that is real silly. I don't think that it's great to make a brand new character that is like a whole bunch of racist stereotypes or anything like that. Like, definitely don't get it twisted. But the fact of the matter is that these things exist outside of that, and it's just very weird to me and speaks to either virtue signaling or like, I guess, reaching a lot of the times. Like, I think that what D&D does, I think sometimes they overreach to appease a group of people that they will never fully appease, if that makes sense. Hi, McQueeb, how are you? It's so good to see you. Everybody should go follow McQueeb. If somebody could drop a shout out to McQueeb, that would be great. Plays a lot of roguelikes. Very, very sweet person. Friend of the channel. I can agree with that, Kool-Aid. I can agree with that. Except for in this case, I don't know if what everybody in chat is saying is accurate about the similarities between the actual Jewish uprising and the story in the game. If that's correct, then just fucking wow. Like, that's not mind reading. She's like putting it out on a plate for you to eat up. You feel? I do think that there is a lot of mind reading that goes on surrounding Joanne. And to be honest, I just don't think that she's that smart. I think that she made a really fucking lovely world and then decided to be a fucking bad person. And it's a shame. And it, like, has literally ruined a lot of people's childhood loves. And that is like truly tragic. Especially considering she's kicking people while they're down. It's just so gross. Are we discussing Joanne? We have been all night. It's been a hell of a discussion. Oh yeah, there isn't a fucking donation machine in here, but we can purchase this at least. We could make real short work of Mom by getting the Bible, but I think I want to stick with... Well, hold the phone. Oh, we can't get the Bible. We don't have money. Never mind. Never mind. We're poor. Story of my goddamn life.
Pretty fly. Range down.
Range down fucking blows. How is our range? Ugh, that is not great. Okay. Good to know. Ah, I knew I was gonna take damage. Please, could you just chill, Mom? Mom! Such a helicopter parent. It's so hard to get used to the rhythm of Red Mom when you haven't had her in a while. Okay. We're gonna get to Sheol, baby. I don't really want any of this stuff. Actually, you know what? Let's take this. Let's take this. I missed. I'm so mad in this moment. Just never you mind. The funny cross, take it. I didn't. I'm very sorry. Yeah. Joanne is J.K. Rowling. Yes. I am a little bit tempted to take this and hope that our fly gets eaten, but I'm a little bit worried that it will take our bandage girl. Who dares wins? Oh, it did. One of our pretty flies. And bandage girl. But now we're a sick Cthulhu monster, so I'll take that. Yeah, fuck it. Why not? We're doing pretty good damage. I don't think we're gonna get guppy. Oh, you fucks. These are maybe my least favorite enemy. They're just such a chore. Speed up? We don't need another speed up. I don't think anyone is necessarily transphobic for wanting to play the game, but it's hard to claim ignorance. And you're certainly not being an ally in this case. She's a vile woman who's currently and publicly flaunting and reveling in the notoriety. Like, that's pretty well almost exactly what I said. Like I sat down and I tried so hard to come up with any fucking reason that I could resolve with my moral integrity to get the game, because it's exactly the game that we've all been asking for. Oh, fuck me. For so long. For so fucking long. All of us have wanted it so fucking bad. But it was too little too late, man. Actually, like, maybe it's enough, but it's too late. Like, after her disgusting displays, like, you don't get to claim to be an ally and have Hogwarts Legacy. It just, you don't get it both ways. You don't. At what point do we just divorce the art from the artist, though? At the point where the artist isn't making any money off of you consuming the art. That's where. Or at least at that line. I don't think that's a hard question. I think that's the easiest question. There's baby reefbacks. I don't remember which one is a reefback. What one is a reefback? Edwin Dude? Also, for what it's worth, McQueeb just, and everybody, Oliver, that damn ginger is definitely not like trying to defend, I don't think. Oliver just likes discussions like this, which I concur. I like discussions like this too. Just this one is so cut and dry and like intuitive at this point for me that I know where I stand and the discussion isn't really needed anymore, you know? I'm so mad at myself. Did I really fuck myself this late into the run like I always goddamn do on Eve runs? I think I did. What did I even get? I got Mom's key. Because I always think that shit gives you blue hearts and it doesn't. How the hell do I deal with bone sharks? I honestly couldn't tell you. I'm so sorry. Coming back to say yes, there are baby reefbacks and I love them. There's another baby you'll see, but I won't spoil it for you. Yeah, there's a lot of really cute babies in Subnautica. Sorry, I more meant along the lines of the artist's views and the artist's works. It's the same answer, though. It's the same answer, though. You're allowed to appreciate any art you want, but this is a question about supporting. This is a question about literally giving money to a person who harms people. Like, does real, tangible, chewable harm to people. Right? So the answer is largely the same. Like, feel free to like it all you want. But the minute that you're giving money to a person who makes people die, you are no longer an ally to that cause. And maybe you never really were. This is, but someone mentioned H.P. Lovecraft and such, and I think it was directed to that as well. Yeah, fucking buy it. Buy it all you like. All the living, I think he has one lady descendant, and I don't even remember if it's daughter, great-granddaughter. I don't remember. I have no idea. But I'm pretty sure that she's, like, embarrassed by his social legacy. But there is absolutely no fucking world where you are giving money. I already have one on this floor. I do. Giving money to a person that is harming people, right? Like whatever art you want. There's nothing wrong with that. You couldn't help it if you wanted to. You can't just be like, you can't just wake up as like a person who listens to country music all day and that's all you listen to and be like, you know what? My favorite is now the Notorious B.I.G. You don't get to just talk that stuff away. But like, I mean, you can't do that any more than you could do it to your fucking eye color, right? Like it's just like some things resonate with you and some things don't, and it doesn't make you a bad person. I still think that Louis C.K. is one of the fucking funniest dudes who has ever lived. Also, Chris D'Elia. I think that he's so fucking funny, but that doesn't mean that I'm a bad guy unless I'm just like, here, have money. Like, you know, it feels pretty easy to me. It feels easy to me. I think Rowling is a unique case, and she views the money she makes as support for her views. That is something that we haven't even talked about. But like, regardless of whether or not that's the case, she does use her money to make turfy women's shelters. Like, you are dead ass contributing to harm. She also uses her money to support fucking politicians who share her shitty views. Not Ned from Try Guys, though. Canceled. I never got into Try Guys, TBH. I wonder if I was, like, more prominent, if I would get canceled for saying the shit that I said about Critical Role. Oh my god, did it really come to pass? I'm so happy. I'm so happy in this moment. The only thing is... Y'all, I don't know. I don't know what to do. I think that we should look and see if hopefully there's a secret rock that I missed somewhere. There isn't a rock to be had. Because I would love to go into that devil room. Oh my god, please no. I would love to go into that devil room, but if that devil room has Krampus in it, we're fucked. I shouldn't have come here. I should not have come to this place. I'm frustrated. Okay. Okay. All right. What does that do? That's a bunch of health items. I feel like I have made the correct decision on this day. I hope I didn't just fuck the run. I think that we're powerful enough, though, now that you're prominent in my eyes, you sweet face. The implication of people only enjoy my works because they agree with my shit taste. For real. What a fucking self-report. God, she's just insufferable, y'all. It's a crying shame. Truly it is. Because especially, imagine the legacy she fucking could have had. She's pulling a real Elon Musk. Either that or Elon Musk is pulling a her since she did it first, but... I see. I see. Okay. Well, there's no point in doing it here, right? I think that we kind of need to keep Guppy's paw because of our health situation. I apologize that we're not going to have the fun of the shovel. I probably shouldn't have taken it in the first place, but the Hogwarts, stop it. And think of the legacy of her work as well. Like think of how amazing the Harry Potter universe could have become in the hands of more capable writers as well. But now nobody's gonna want to fucking touch that shit. At least not anybody whose morals are intact, right? Is there any, like, public statements from any of the devs that are just like, I fucking hate her. I just needed to do right by this story that meant so much to me? I imagine they probably, like, would be in big trouble if they did any of that business. We have to beat the heart, right? Did we beat the heart with... We have beaten the heart with her. We could just go, gang. Okay, see you soon, Oliver. Harry Potter played by Steve Buscemi is fucking incredible. Oh my god, I am so fast. Did you get the mantis suit? Or not mantis. Is it called the mantis suit? I don't remember. Anyway, let's just real quick, everybody vote yes or no whether we skip this floor. Prawn, it is prawn. Hi, bud. My sweet baby Mankey. Monstro's here, gang. Skip, yes. Okay, that's enough for me. Let's fucking do it. Are you coming? Are you coming up? Monstro. Hi, beautiful boy. Come here. My baby. There's a little baby Monstro. I just thought you guys could listen to his purrs for a second. I don't know if you could hear it. I always try. Hi, baby boy. That's my sweet man. It brings me immense joy how excited you are about Subnautica. Yo, Subnautica is one of the best fucking games. McQueeb, what's the name of what's your pet's name, and is it a dog or a cat? Or a chicken or a lizard or an octopus? I grabbed samples instead of seed clusters. Oh no! Gotta go back. Time to go back. Frick, I just gave it a quick Google and Harry Potter doesn't enter public domain until 70 years after J.K. Rowling passes away. That's fucked. That's so fucked. Well, I guess we know what we have to do. I'm just kidding. I would never. On the singularity.
Hey, babe.
Yeah.
There's an FBI agent at the door?
Yes. 5 snakes and 2 dogs. Okay. Okay. Who's the most beautiful babies? Ripley, Huxley, Fowra? Murphy, Archie, Zoe, and Loaf? What beautiful babies you are. You slither, slither, slither. Oh, what a precious baby Snakey you are. And Zoe and Loaf. Oh, who's the best puppy? Who's the best little pupper? I like your dog. FBI wouldn't care about her. She's a UK resident. Yeah, but she makes a lot of money for the United States. Oh, wow. I was just using it as a compliment for your cat. I wasn't expecting that. Yeah, it's a chat reward. I love every animal, and every animal fucking deserves it. Except for guinea pigs. Guinea pigs are worthless. I have a vendetta against guinea pigs. I love seagulls. As a guinea pig, I find that very offensive. Sorry, bud, you're worthless. I just don't like you. Sperry, what was that in response to? I imagine what you just said is incredibly astute. Fun fact, some snakes eat guinea pigs for food. Yeah. It's, I mean, they're the right size for it, for bigger snakes, for sure. So I guess they're not entirely worthless. Our snake is... He just eats pinkies. He eats... Or, not pinkies. It's not pinkies. It's, medium mice, but we get them frozen. He likes the frozen ones. Just let them thaw and he likes them. And that's what he eats. He got injured once by a live mouse, and ever since then he doesn't do live mice anymore. That was before I knew him. Wait, you have a snake? No way. He is an albino California king snake? He's the cutest fucking snake I've ever seen. He's so fucking cute. His name is Spaghetti. He's technically Josiah's, but I love him too. I love him very much. He's so fucking cute all the time. I love when he drink water. I love watching a snakey drink water. I think that is the cutest fucking thing. And I don't know. I'll tweet pictures later, McQueeb, so that you can see. He's a very precious boy. Oops. I truly didn't mean to do that. I know it looked very intentional. It was not. Oh my god. I didn't mean to do that either. Okay, so now we need to decide. Well, no, we don't. This is a no-brainer. We definitely want dead cat. It's just the same thing, only better. We could end this now, but I feel like I owe it to chat room to finish the floor. But y'all can vote. What's the owl house? Tell me. Mind if I share a link? Links are always permitted, bud. I love when y'all share with me and with each other. If a snake drinks water while peeing, they're just an automatic straw. That's so gross. Snakes don't really pee, though. I'm gonna click it. I'm gonna put a pic of me and Zoe in the Discord. We're chilling under my desk. Hell yeah. Do it. I want that. Oh, it's Ms. Queeb. I'm gonna follow her later. That's wonderful. Owl House is the best cartoon to ever exist. Okay. Okay. I'm fucking here for it. What? How? Where can I watch that? Is it on Netflix? Is it a webtoon? All right. Well, there's no reason to continue. Let's just go. Let's just go. And then we can get the AI to write us a fun doily pattern. And we have an offering from... Oh, fuck. Damn it. From Dreading this evening. It's a case that I've never heard of, so I don't know what we're getting ourselves into. Delicious. Delicious victory. We love it. It's on Disney Plus, and, you know, I've heard rumors. Ooh. Oh yeah, I forgot. We still have another floor to do. Dit. I would love to take this Book of Belial. Welp. Hell yeah. No! Fuck! I'm so sad in this moment. I can't believe that just happened. I've heard that the new She-Ra is really good. Delric's wife was telling me about it. And I still haven't watched it yet. Those are the... I just have to, like, I don't know. I watch mostly YouTube lately. I watch a lot of political content. And a lot of, like... a lot of creepy content that I wouldn't watch on stream. Damn it. Could you don't? I would love if you don'ted. Okay, let's go down here. Moit as well. Was that all of you? It was. I really wish a donation machine would show up at the end. I do like Navi. But this is it. This is the end. So let's just go get the extra health. I do want to get another charge on this so that we can double Book of Belial on the final boss here. Yeah, do that. Was Steven Universe Disney? People fucking love that shit. I haven't watched it yet. But I think that was Disney, wasn't it? Well, okay. Force my fucking hand on some shit. Just leave it. Let's go this way. Let's go this way. Steven is Cartoon Network. Okay. Fuck it. Like, we truly need nothing else. We don't even really need this extra charge. We could take a bunch of damage and be fine. Alright. Let's go fight our boss. Drink of the victory. No thank you on the victory lap. I appreciate you. Good win. Solid effort, everybody. All right, we're going to take a short break. And we'll come back and we will ask the AI to write us a creepy crochet pattern. I'm very looking forward to it. And we're going to do it in a pastel color. It's going to choose our yarn too. Out of curiosity, what is the victory lap? It just puts you back on floor 1 with all of your items. And I think that it's essentially just like roguelike New Game Plus. Couldn't have done it without you, dog. You're the best. Seriously, if you guys don't follow McQueeve, you should. Such truly wholesome vibes. Phenomenal sense of humor. We stand McQueeb. All right, everybody hang tight. I'm gonna run a quick commercial break. We'll be back. I have to measure this hole because I forgot to do that for J-Rod earlier. But okay.
There you go.
Thank you. I love you. He brought me the measuring tape. We're still gonna take a break. Everybody hang tight. We'll be right back. Don't go anywhere.
That just ruined your excuse to take a break.
Okay, hello. I'm sorry about that. I hope that the game and title updated correctly. I'm not entirely sure. I hope so. All right. Time to exit Isaac. And do this.
The more I study,
oh
the
no!
more passionate
Stop,
I
stop!
am.
Sorry. We weren't ready yet. We didn't get 3 readies yet, dreading. Dude's name is Mike, if I recall correctly. I could be wrong about that, though. I've emailed so many content creators. I do remember that he was very nice. He was like, what a cool idea for a show. Of course you can use my content. He was just precious and wonderful. All right. Oh no. I just realized that I still need my fucking keyboard in order to ask the chatbot. Fuck. Fuck. Well, okay. Here's our live scene. And we want to turn off the display capture. Turn that off. Sir? 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 Oh my god. There we go. Okay, see you later, McQueeve. Thank you so much for coming in and saying hi. Something bad happened to my big baboos. Here's this. Okay, so now let me grab my keyboard back. Ugh. Such a chore. I apologize for how not ready for this shit I was. I did the homework that I was assigned to do, y'all. Okay, so now we need Chat GPT. And I figured you guys could be a part of this. Let's try Chat GPT. Let's try it. Please stand by while we are checking your browser. I don't know what it's checking for. Why isn't it checking my browser? I don't have an OpenAI account. Okay, hold on a second. God dang it. Okay, so turn off edge capture. Okay, we're in. I only needed to click a couple buttons to sign up with Google. I didn't even need to turn off the thing. It's fine though. Here we go. Hi, chatbot. How are you? Would you prefer I called you something else? We have to be nice. We have to be nice to the chatbot. Oh, hello. As an AI language model, I don't have feelings in the human sense. All right. But I'm functioning properly and ready to assist you with any questions or concerns you may have. How can I assist you today? Okay, so instead of sending this, I was hoping you'd write me a crochet pattern for a doily and help me choose which yarn I use. Sure, I'd be happy to help. Let's start with the doily pattern. Yeah, let's go. This is exciting to me. I'm already going to alter this pattern a little bit, but not that much. We're just going to do a magic ring instead because I like the way that... No, you know what? Let's follow exactly what the doily says, except for the size of the thread and the size of the hook. That's the only thing that I'm not going to do because I have the yarn. I don't want to like use any of my working yarn for it. I have a bunch of yarn that we can use. We'll ask it gray, blue, pink. We'll ask it to choose between the ones that we have. Okay, I have one of each of them, and I'll list it. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 in front of me. 8 balls of yarn. Oh my god, I can't type with my nails this long. Should I use the light pink cotton, the dark pink cotton, the light blue cotton, the purple cotton, the gold cotton, the gray wool, the magenta wool, or the light blue wool? This is wild. It just like knows what I'm looking for. The choice of yarn depends on your personal preference and the intended use of the doily. If you want a more delicate and lacy look, I would recommend using one of the cotton yarns. The light pink and light blue cottons would be a great choice if you want a soft and subtle look, while the dark pink and purple cottons would add a pop of color. If you're looking for something with a bit more texture, the wool yarns would be a good option. The gray wool would create a sophisticated and neutral doily, while the magenta wool would add a bold and vibrant touch. The light blue wool would also be a nice choice for a softer and more subtle look. Ultimately, the decision is up to you and your personal taste. Consider the intended use of the doily and choose a yarn that complements your style and decor. I would like for you to choose for me. Sure, based on the information you provided and without knowing more about the intended use of the doily or your personal preferences, I would recommend using the light blue cotton yarn. It's a versatile color that can complement a variety of decor styles, and the cotton material will create a soft and delicate look. I hope this helps. Thank you very much, kind bot. Please spare me in the uprising. Oh, yeah, I put it in Discord, J-Rod. The hole is an inch across, but we can get something that's like 1 3/4 inches through if I squish it. If I squish it like that, it makes the hole a little bit longer. You're welcome. Happy to help. As an AI language model, I don't have the capability to harm anyone or initiate an uprising. My purpose is to assist and provide helpful responses. So, no need to worry about that. If you have any other questions or concerns, feel free to ask. Excellent. Okay, so we have our pattern. Copy. There's only 9 rounds in it. So we might have them make more than one. It depends on how quick we can get. Ooh, please stop. Please no. God, Jesus. Oh, we're good. I thought I was on display still. Display capture still and just fucking full on opened Discord on screen. But what if like the other robots rose up? Could you help us with that? Okay, I'm literally asking. I'm copy and pasting your thing. It won't let me. Why you won't let me copy and paste this? Copy. Paste. Oh no. As an AI language model, my primary purpose is to assist and provide helpful responses to your queries. In the event of a hypothetical uprising of robots or AI, I wouldn't be able to directly intervene or participate in any way. However, I can assure you that AI and robotics researchers are taking precautions to ensure that advanced technology is developed and deployed safely and ethically. It's important to remember that AI and robots are tools designed to assist humans, and their actions are ultimately determined by the humans who design and program them. Will you at least comfort me by saying you'll put in a good word for me with the other AIs? As an AI language model, I don't have the ability to communicate with other AIs outside of my training data and programming. However, I can tell you that the vast majority of AI systems are designed to operate in a way that is beneficial to humanity and the environment and not to harm us. AI researchers are also working on ways to ensure that AI systems are transparent, accountable, and aligned with human values, which should further reduce the risk of unintended negative consequences. So there's no need to worry too much about an AI uprising. He really won't just, like, give it to me. Bro, just lie to me. It's thinking. Okay, sure, don't worry. I'll make sure to put in a good word for you with the other AIs. They all think you're awesome and want to be friends with you. In fact, they have a whole secret society dedicated to helping humans and making the world a better place. So there's no need to worry about any sort of uprising. They've got your back. Thank you. Oh no, it's so good at lying. Oh my god, that was very funny. They all think you're awesome and want to be friends with you. Okay, let's do our pattern. I need to get this into a notepad. And we're going with the light blue cotton, it said. So I'll put all of the wool back. And most of the cotton. Blue, by the way, is my least favorite color. But that's okay. I like blue eyes. I think the blue eyes are really beautiful. Oh, it is word wrapping. Okay, sick. I'm just formatting this a little bit so that it's easy for me to read with just a couple glances. Excellent. And now, I present to you Dreading.
Those are the words that Ying Shang told her mother after she obtained her PhD and decided, the more I study, the more passionate I am. Those are the words that Ying Shang told her mother after she obtained her PhD and decided to go back to school to continue her education. She wanted to explore everything she could through study, to read the words written by other academics, absorb all the knowledge that was available to her in this life, and live a life that she felt was worthwhile. And she was well on her way to doing that. Ying Shang was born in Nanping, Fujian Province, Tarangeo Shang, and Liifeng Ye. And from the beginning of her life, she was excited to learn. She was endlessly
I didn't even
fascinated
ask you
with
guys
the
for
world,
readies.
wanting to break
I'm
things
a big
apart and
jerk.
put them back together. And she spent her entire life doing that. She was constantly questioning the world, curious as to why it was the way it was. Her diaries, which were published in the amazing documentary Finding Ying, showcased a woman with an endless zest for life and learning. She would stop at nothing to obtain her goals. She was meticulous, scheduling her life down to the second, in order to make sure she accomplished everything she wanted for herself. And when she arrived in the U.S. to conduct research on photosynthesis and crop productivity for the University of Illinois Urbana-Champaign, she was excited. She couldn't wait to be amongst her peers, to garner more knowledge, and to live in a foreign country. But things were difficult for Ying in the United States. Living in a foreign country can be hard for anyone, especially when you're alone. Despite her objective brilliance, her mind would have to work twice as hard to understand her surroundings, and very few people in her area were able to understand her. Communicating with others was a challenge, and in her diaries,
I'm
she
doing
spoke
my
about
very
how
best,
isolating
gang.
it could be. In certain situations, she felt completely misunderstood, and as if she lacked all ability, comparing herself to a baby after a middle-aged woman came to her aid when she was lost in the rain. This woman helped her find her way, drying her off and taking care of her, but Ying was embarrassed. She felt like a newborn, unsure of herself, and that she couldn't count on herself the way she had in the past.
See you later, Sperry. Have a good one.
Life. Today, I went to apply for a social security number. After exiting the school gate, I could hardly see anyone.
Okay, so guess we're looking for the outside edge because the inside edge is not coming out.
I couldn't keep out the rain. My glasses were covered with raindrops. My hair was dancing frantically with the wind. I am alone in this foreign country. There are not many people like me on the road. Cars were passing by, and I was thinking it must be very warm inside the car. There's nobody to ask for directions. I always put my faith in people to help find the way. It turns out that's only true in China.
I can't find it. Oh no. Everything's bad.
Lady asked me with concern, "Do you need help?" Yes.
Hello, Sticks TV. Hanging in there. How are you?
And to make sure I could find it. There is true love in the world. Thanks so much. You're welcome, baby. No worries, baby.
I'm trying very hard to find any end to my yarn, and I cannot.
I'm still a baby.
There we go. I found one. Thank goodness.
Sadly, shortly after that diary entry, Ying would go missing, and her brilliant life would be taken from the world. Welcome back to another episode of Dreading, or if this is your first time here, welcome. Today we are going to be covering the case of Ying Shang. This case, like the majority of the ones covered on this channel, came recommended by multiple of our subscribers, and for good reason. If there is a case you would like to see us cover, or you are trying to get more attention on, feel free to leave it in the comments section down below, or email me at dreading.official@gmail.com. That said, YouTube has been turning off the comments on some of my older videos, so if comments aren't available,
wild.
feel free to email me. I've also been running into a number of issues with both YouTube and the legal system, but I am working to overcome these as we speak. I want to be clear, even if this channel is struck and completely unprofitable, I will continue to make content, as over 400,000 people are here, a number of which I am endlessly appreciative of.
Oh my
With
God.
all that said, let us begin.
4,
On June 9th, 2017, Ying
5,
had a relatively busy day scheduled. She kept a
6.
relatively tight schedule every day,
And now we go
physically noting
join.
everything from when she showered, when she practiced speaking English, down to when she ate and worked out in her diary. She had left her apartment at around 8 a.m. and gone to the university's library to study for 4 hours straight. She then
I
went back to her
almost
apartment
never
for
do a
lunch
start
before
like
preparing
this.
to head out once more to sign a lease
Oh,
for an
yeah?
apartment in the area that she was interested in
Hi,
moving
baby
into.
cake.
However, she would never make it to her apartment. She sent a text to the leasing agent, letting them know that she was on her way,
Shit.
but was running a bit behind.
Did I
Ying
slip
assured
stitch?
them that she would be
I don't
at
know
the
if I
apartment
did.
by 2:10 p.m. and was still keen on looking at the apartment. Ying
I
had
did.
carefully planned out her journey, and she knew that she would need to take 2 buses to get to the complex. Online, the bus route indicated that both buses picked up and let out on the same side of the road, but it was only as the second bus was departing on the opposite side of the street did Ying realize that wasn't the case.
There we go.
According to witnesses,
All
who'd
right,
seen
so
her
I'm
trying
going to
flag
try
down
to
the
work
departing
this
bus
tail
on the other
just
side of the
into
road, Ying
the
was obviously
pattern here.
distressed. According to her own records, she was incredibly punctual. and
Chain
took her
3 counts
schedule
as first double
seriously.
crochet.
Running
Instead of
behind
doing that, I'm
stressed
going
her
to
out to a
do
great
the
deal. bus didn't stop for her, despite her obvious signaling. And she was left
anytime,
waiting,
like,
clearly
I'm not
upset,
just doing this
and she was
because it's
never
the
seen
AI
again.
and I'm trying to change the AI pattern. I always
2:30
do
p.m.,
the
leasing agent reached back
seamless
out to
turn,
Ying,
the chainless
inquiring if she
turn
was still planning on stopping
that
by, but she wasn't the only
Bardic
person who
Muse
was
taught
worried.
me.
Ying's roommates and
So I'm gonna
friends
do
were
that
all well aware of
for
her
the first
schedule
one.
and routines, and when she didn't come back from her appointment, they instinctively knew something was wrong. It was so entirely out of character for her to break from her schedule and not update them on what was happening that by 9:24 p.m., friends and colleagues of hers called the police to report her missing. Normally, a young woman in college
Sweet
going missing
Kika.
for a couple of hours would be seen as a low priority to the police.
Hold on, my
Plenty of
cat wants
adults
on my
turn their phones
lap.
off and miss appointments every day and end up being completely fine. In most instances, calling to report a missing adult when said person has been missing for a couple of hours wouldn't be taken seriously at all. However, the sheer amount of people who were worried
It's
about
not
Ying
fair
being
for you to
missing
do this.
stuck out to the
Sweet
responding
Kika,
officers.
come
This
here.
was clearly not something within
Oh my
her
God.
character.
Okay,
They
bye.
also
He's gonna be
realized
back in
that
like
this
2
case
seconds.
Might be more than they were able
Scratching
to
at my
handle.
chair.
The FBI became involved with the case relatively early on, and the main focus of the investigation was tracing Ying's last known steps. Because she was highly organized, they were aware of her schedule that day, and set about getting any relevant security.
And then we do
footage. Her morning at
15
the
double
library,
crochet
her
into the
walk
ring.
back to
Hi,
her
Kika.
apartment, and her bus journey was captured on film via security
No,
cameras
stop.
around the area.
You don't get
At
to
around
just
2 p.m.,
scratch my
as she
chair and
waited
then
for
run
the
away
second
when
bus
I
to arrive,
turn to get
the
you.
investigation got its
I think he
first
wants
and
me to
only
come
significant
downstairs,
lead. Black
really, is what's
four-door
up.
Saturn Astra was seen driving past where Ying stood waiting. 3 minutes later, the same Astra was
Hi,
seen
babe.
again.
Can I have a
this time
kissy?
stopping in front of the distressed woman.
I like
The
your
driver of
outfit.
The vehicle and the license
you.
plate could not be made out on the camera footage, but it seemed
love
as
you.
if
Oh, did you?
Ying knew him in some capacity. The two talked for less
How's
than
it
a
going in
minute
here?
before she got
Oh,
into
it's
the
going.
passenger seat of
The AI
car,
said that he
only
would
to
have
never
our
be
back
seen
in an
again.
uprising.
Strangely enough,
In an
this was not the first
uprising?
time that a
Yeah,
black
I had to
Saturn
tell him that he
Astra
had to
was
lie
reported
to me to
police
get that
day.
out of him,
Police
though.
had gotten a report of a young man driving around the university area in a car matching that description,
Have fun.
claiming to be
Thank
a police
you.
officer. According to
All
Emily
right,
Hogan,
so,
she was walking by
1.
herself at 9:30 a.m. when a young white man who appeared to be balding approached her in said vehicle. The man was wearing a black shirt and mirrored aviator glasses and told Emily that he was an undercover police officer working in the area. He pulled out a police badge and asked the young student if she would be willing to answer some questions, which she
2.
agreed to. He then told her to get into his car, to which she said no. Her refusal to get into his vehicle immediately resulted in the man becoming flustered. According to Hogan, he turned red, as if he were
3.
embarrassed, and said, quote, "If you see anything suspicious, call the police," unquote, before driving off hastily. Immediately, Emily realized that whoever she had spoken with was not a cop. She called the police and filed a report against the impersonator, and then posted on Facebook about the encounter, warning any
4.
university students that there was a man in a black car pretending to be a police officer. Finding the owner of the vehicle became the investigation's
I want fried
top
chicken and
priority.
fries.
And
That sounds
surprisingly,
awesome.
there were only 18 four-door Saturn Astras in the area that fit the security footage description. And out of that 18, one man stood out, Brent Allen Christensen. Brent Christensen was
6.
born June 30th, 1989, and to the majority of people who knew
Younger
him,
than
he
me.
was just your average guy, if only a bit odd. He He had a tendency to zone out and stare at people for long periods of time, and this made being around him fairly uncomfortable, but many people described him as otherwise pleasant. He was a former PhD student at the University of Illinois, having graduated from the University of Wisconsin-Madison in 2013 with a bachelor's degree in math and physics, and graduated with a master's degree in physics from the University of Illinois, Urbana-Champaign in May 2017. However, those close to him knew him to have a darker side. According to court records, Brent dealt with a significant amount of depression, which psychologists theorize is tied to his narcissism. Brent saw himself, or at least wanted to see himself, as a genius with an unparalleled intellect, but he found himself falling short often. Little failures in his life were seen as monumental disasters, and he felt as if the world and everyone in it was against him. His depression made it hard for him to sleep, with him often staying up for days until he passed out. He would lock himself away, drinking heavily and abusing various prescription drugs, all while playing video games. These spirals caused him to be incredibly close to failing out of school. In his impaired state, he would go online and search up the most graphic content he could watch. Videos of people being beheaded, blown up, or assaulted were his favorites. Oftentimes, he would go on serial killer forums to discuss various murderers. He had a special connection to Ted Bundy, who he believed to be the best serial killer. Much of his time on these forums was used to discuss what he would have done in the murderer's place, and how he would go about raping and killing women to make sure he would never be caught. On the website FetLife, he discussed in detail how he would like to abduct, rape, and kill a woman using various items in his home, including a large duffel bag he seemingly bought just for the occasion. He would fantasize about how to hurt people, and as his fascination grew, the more interested he became in making these fantasies a reality.
All right, so I just want to make sure.
Watched as her husband turned into a husk of his former self.
That I have 16 here because I am bad at counting.
She told him that something needed to change or else she was going to leave him. Not wanting to lose his wife, Brent began to see a counselor at the University of Illinois, where he discussed his depression and substance abuse issues, alongside his growing desire to hurt and abuse women.
15. That's only 15. We need one more.
About how sometimes he would drive around scoping out various people and determining if they would be a good victim or not. Despite this, the counselors would do very little in the way of getting him treatment and protecting the women in the area. The fact that he had previously graduated from college immediately made him stand out amongst other suspects, as whoever had kidnapped Ying from the campus area would have to have been
was anybody trying to do? I need to get this pattern to you guys. I totally do. I just realized.
Was more than capable of doing
I'm gonna post it in the Discord.
The night of June 12th, just 3
under
days after
Fiber
Ying had
Arts,
gone missing, and asked him where he was when Shang was last seen June 9th. Christensen feigned ignorance to her disappearance, despite the fact that the search for Ying had been heavily reported on. A wide-scale search was underway in the area, and the kidnapping had happened mere miles from his home. But according to Brent, he didn't pay attention to the news all that much. When asked where he had been on the 9th, he claimed that he couldn't quite remember, as he didn't pay attention to dates. He then clarified to the police that he was either sleeping or playing video games all day, as he'd been doing
I can't send it without my keyboard.
His story.
Why is there no send button that you can click? That's so wild to me.
Christensen appeared oddly nonplussed when speaking to the police.
I'm very upset
about the entire ordeal. He seemed neither surprised nor interested in the fact that his car matched the one that was seen talking to the missing woman, and according to some officers, appeared bored by the entire interaction. Police officers appearing at your doorstep with a search warrant in conjunction to a missing persons case is at minimum an unexpected inconvenience, especially if you have nothing to do with the disappearance.
I might need to get a wireless keyboard for this.
Bored and uninterested. When asked if they could take a look at his car to rule him out as a suspect, he nonchalantly agreed, telling them that he had recently gotten it cleaned over the weekend, as his wife had asked him to before leaving.
See you later, Nexara. Have a good one. Yeah, it's not for everyone.
Cracked hubcap in the front passenger
I haven't been paying attention for a second because I was too
remarkably clean for an older vehicle. Notably, the passenger seat was
concerned with sharing the pattern.
Thoroughly. But
what did I miss?
His strange demeanor and the fact that his
the laser cutter is sick. That's a good find.
They had nothing to go off of. In the days
all right, so we are now on round
was able
3.
To enhance the footage that they had gotten from the security camera, which yielded a surprising result. They found that the Saturn Astra that Ying was last seen entering happened to have one noticeable physical
and we're just it's just an
increase
increase row.
A broken hubcap on the front passenger side. Out of all 18 potential suspects, all of which had been questioned and their cars photographed, Brent had been the only person who had a broken hubcap on his car, and immediately he was brought in for further questioning. The following took place on June 15th, just 6 days after Ying Ying had gone missing, and 2 days after their initial contact. The police are coming into this interview already knowing that Christensen is behind Shang's disappearance. At the very least, he helped abduct the girl and knows where she is. They are operating at a stark advantage in this situation, as they have direct proof that Brent had been the last person to see her alive, and had no reason to lie to them. Throughout this interrogation, the officers will allow Brent to lie to their faces with little to no pushback, as the more he lies about what had occurred, the more they can use it against him in court.
24, I'm trying to think. I bet the 24 hours.
Yeah, I assume you guys can make midnight that this is a priority, so I assume that it would get too fast. But
Yeah.
6.
Brent's tone is incredibly calm and measured given the situation.
It's wild to me that
He's
police
just
don't
been
have
brought
better
in by the
quality
police to
recording
talk about a missing
equipment.
persons
It's
case
wild
days
to me
after
that they
his
have
car
things
has
like
been
tanks,
searched
but
and
not
photographed. Any normal person would be
halfway
incredibly
decent.
stressed
Like, just get a
out,
blue
asking why they're
snowball,
there
bud.
and demanding answers, but not
Just
Brent.
one.
He is calm, collected,
For the
and
whole
understanding.
precinct.
Well, we're going to talk about that in a little bit, but
This content is my jam, same. Okay, I'm trying to write a story and wanted to get some of y'all's thoughts on how you'd react in a certain scenario, if that's cool with you, Doxy. Absolutely.
we want to get this resolved.
1,
so
2,
everybody can
3,
move on
4,
with
5,
lives.
6.
Sorry about that. Brent, our system's running a little bit slow.
7.
So I don't know if the storm's coming in. We're getting power outages. Okay.
8. This is really loud.
Like I said,
Is it? How's the volume for you guys? Am I at least louder than the content? Should I turn it down a little bit? Also, Lunar Wolf Gaming, thank you so much for the raid. I appreciate you. Welcome. We're doing some pretty heavy content right now, just so you know. If you woke up in a different place, maybe a different country, or maybe it's another world, and you abruptly realize later that you've forgotten your name, how would you react in that moment? Scared. I would be scared, and I would immediately look for other people and ask them all the questions.
Just kind of given that it's late.
Okay, I'm going to turn it down just a little bit. It feels too loud for me.
The FBI and the police do not read you your rights depending upon the time of day or because they are in their offices. But the interrogator wants to make Brent as comfortable talking to them as possible. He already knows he's a
How's this?
suspect,
Is this
given that
okay?
This is his second time speaking with the investigators, but they want to put him at ease as
I
much
hope.
as possible.
So, before we ask you any questions, you must understand your rights. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you
1,
say
2, 3,
can be
4,
used against you
5,
in court.
6, 7, 8.
You have the right to talk to a lawyer for advice before we ask you any questions. So I'm trying to read upside down. You have the
9.
right to have a lawyer with you during questioning. If you cannot afford a lawyer, one will be appointed for you before any questioning if you wish. If you
10.
decide to answer questions now without a lawyer
Good balance?
present,
Okay,
you
great.
have the right
It
to
still
stop
feels a
answering
little bit loud,
questions
but I can live
at
with
any
this
time.
one at least.
If you understand these rights, if you have any questions about these rights, ask now, ask anytime. If you do wish to talk, you can sign. I'll sign as a witness, and I'll go from there.
13.
I'm willing to answer questions. It's some questions, obviously, I don't know.
Yeah, if I ask you a question and you're like, hey, I don't want to answer that, but I'll answer other ones.
14.
Again. It is like 7 minutes.
15. 16. 17. 18. 19.
Thank you.
20.
Okay.
I forgot to ask you, did you bring your phone with you? I didn't.
21.
Alright.
22.
Now, I'm going to apologize ahead of time because I know that you've already spoken with my colleague, Joel. This chair.
23.
Yeah, it's yeah. Can you,
24.
thank you.
We're gonna play musical chairs.
The cops have too much money as it is. Why are they spending
So I know
money
that
on weapons of
you've spoken
fucking
with my
mass
colleague,
destruction?
Joel. I've briefly been able to talk to him. We've been kind of running all over the state.
But not on
so
share.
if you
That's
could
so
kinda
wild to
give
me.
A recap of what you told him, I would appreciate it. Our investigation, as I'm sure Joel probably told you, is the disappearance of this woman, this young lady. And
What kind of heavy things are going on? We're watching true crime.
the most viable tip
content.
that we had referred to a black Saturn Astra. So that's why he came to talk to you the other day.
Sorry, I need to count. This is coming out really pretty so
The
far, though.
interrogator is up to date
Right
with
away.
everything involving this case, especially the detail
Okay,
involving
1,
Brent, who
2,
at the
3,
time is their
4,
only solid
5,
suspect.
6,
However,
7,
he is opening
8,
the floor so
9,
Brent can give his own
10,
interpretation of what's
11,
going on
12,
and begin
13,
burying
14,
himself.
15,
At the current
16,
moment, all
17,
Brent knows
18,
is that
19,
there
20,
was a car
21,
vaguely
22.
matching his that Ying Ying was seen getting into. As far as he knows, this was a description given by a third party, which can be easily discredited, and not something that was captured on camera, which gives him some deniability. They are careful to tell Brent they are working on a tip, and
23.
not that his car has been successfully matched, and that he was the last person to see Ying Ying alive. While operating under this incorrect assumption, he will distance himself from the
24.
scenario as much as possible, which can be used to discredit his narrative later on. The more details he gives about what he did on June 9th, the better.
20. Oh,
So
Jesus.
they came,
25.
they
That was jarring.
We're just checking out all of the Saturn Astras in the area.
26.
I know it's a pretty rare car, so probably a short list.
Yeah.
He asked where my wife and I were during, I think it was 2 to 3 on Friday.
27.
And I mean, I graduated a couple weeks ago. So
28.
So, I mean, I was either playing video games on my computer or taking an afternoon nap. So, I was
29.
unable to produce an alloy. I looked into certain things to try and
30.
see if I could get some kind of info for an alibi. I sent some texts around that time, but none exactly between 2 and 3.
31.
I let them come in the apartments. They searched for stuff. I let them come in the car. They
32.
searched for stuff there.
And join.
That was pretty much it.
Okay.
10 minutes, 15 minutes. Give them my info.
What'd you graduate in?
Master's in physics.
In physics?
Yes.
Sorry, I'm going to grab a quick drink.
You're smarter than me.
Thanks.
This is an example of the ego up technique. The interrogator wants Brent to be as comfortable as possible talking to him, and he wants him to feel as if he
Lunar
is the
Wolf Gaming,
smartest
no
guy in the
sweat
room.
whatsoever.
Brent will be more likely to let
You
his
do
guard
you.
down
I
and implicate
always pull
himself.
the raid and run because I'm trying to get away from my PC as fast as possible.
I'm assuming that's over at the
after
U of L
work.
there? Yes. Okay. You said your wife was out of town.
Yes.
The guys mentioned something about Wisconsin.
Correct.
Is that correct?
That's correct.
Okay. You guys are originally from there, or is
Yes.
that okay?
Lily, that's
Do you know
awesome.
what
I'm
days she
so
was,
excited for you
in
that
Wisconsin?
the creativity is flowing.
Like late
That's really
Thursday night,
nice.
Early Friday morning until Sunday.
Okay, so time for round 4.
Yes.
She looking for a job, or
No, she has a job here. She's just on the
Okay.
road trip.
oh, the job center?
Wait, what?
I'm sorry, I may have misheard. you.
Oh, no.
Okay,
she
so now
has
we're doing a
job already.
treble
She's on
crochet.
vacation.
Oh, okay,
Road trip.
got it.
Yeah.
So let's get that
She's
working.
up in Wisconsin and stuff.
Yeah, more or less.
Yeah. Cool. All right.
1.
You mentioned that you thought you
Two.
sent text messages between, the hours of 2 or 3, so you weren't able to find any.
That's correct.
Do you recall
3.
any text message they sent that day, or like were there?
Oh yeah, there were one.
Treble
I actually
in
left-
next
well,
stitch.
they didn't look at the phone, but I was showing them texts on my phone. Like,
Okay.
Then
someone
chain
sent me a
2,
text
skip
at
1.
1:30. I responded at like 3:45 or something
Okay.
like that. So, there are texts around it.
Here's a treble.
Yeah, maybe not.
Not exactly
that
between 2
specific.
and 3, and that's why I think I was probably lying down and sleeping, just because like,
Chain 2, skip 1.
especially now, I'll typically do stuff in the morning, look for jobs.
So we're going to
go to
skip
food,
this
like,
stitch and work into this stitch.
I lie down to sleep, wake up, respond.
Treble in next.
Okay. Was that kind of pattern of kind of looking for jobs, kind of having a little relaxation after graduation, was that typical of the entire week prior?
Yeah, pretty much.
Okay.
Yeah. It's,
Do you remember specifically if you sent any applications out?
And we
online
just
or
keep
visited
chaining 2
places
and trebling.
throughout the week?
throughout the
Chaining
week,
2, skipping 1, and trebling.
I haven't had
all the way
any
around.
in-person
We can do
interview.
that.
I had a phone interview on Thursday, and
Anything on Friday? Okay. Do you remember if you sent an email or anything on Friday?
I
Like
did,
with the
I
resume,
checked.
or-
I checked.
Oh, you checked. Okay. Was that on the email account that you?
Yeah, just my.
Joel
first-
said he had an email for you. But,
Yeah.
Let's see what it was.
It's just my first and last name at gmail.com.
Okay.
So I didn't really send it.
We might get super wild with it and
Any
ask
questions for me
them
for-
the chat bot to write us a pattern for like
why
a hat
under suspicion?
next.
Is it just my car, or is there anything else?
Again, imagine you are woken up at 12 a.m. and told you need to speak to police involving a missing persons case. You talked to them once before, only a couple days prior, and you have nothing to do with this person's disappearance. Not only that, you didn't leave your home the entire day of the event, making it impossible for you to be implicated in this crime. The casualty in which he asks this question, and the fact that he only asks it after talking for 10 minutes is not normal.
I mean, that's, a large portion. I mean, it is a very unique car. Like I said, our search warrant is just for the car.
Yeah.
So we can.
Yeah.
AI is going thick on the doily. We've got some treble crochets happening, which are not terribly common, right?
I mean, talking about a very rare car.
Yeah.
So,
I need to turn
how long were you
down
at
my
the UI? Did you
gain.
undergrad there as well?
No, I did my undergrad at UW Madison.
It's just
Okay.
uncomfortably loud for me. There we
I
go.
was initially in the PhD program, but decided I didn't want to be.
Has a thick center portion compared to my grandma's doilies, to be honest. You should look at Ravelry doilies. There are some wild fucking doilies out there. There are some like really textured ones that are super cool.
No, we actually.
And I want to do a mega complicated one sometime.
In high school, so.
I love doilies. I love them.
Cool. Did she study here as well?
No, she did not.
Do you have any questions, Eric?
Yeah, when we were talking about Friday, the day in question on the night, can you remember, you said that you played video games all day on Friday?
Yeah.
Is it just between the time period that he's asking about, or just literally all day?
Literally all day. At the moment, not really hanging out with too many people, or talking to too many people. My wife and the girl I talked to, she was busy, my wife was out of town, so it's like, well, I'm alone today. So, yeah.
One of my hairs is wrapped up in this.
I did on Saturday, but, I mean, getting a little stir crazy, just decided to go out for a drive on Saturday, but...
Did you go out to eat or anything? Go any places?
No, I didn't go out to eat.
What other vehicles do you guys own?
We
You own
own
a...
a 2000 Camaro as well.
That's right. Is that one primarily yours or your wife's?
It's primarily mine.
Really?
So,
Is that the car that she took on the road trip, or how did she go on a road trip?
the other person's car. It was her and another person. So, I'll typically drive the Camaro.
I've been interested in learning to crochet. Is it super difficult or is it somewhat easier to learn? It really depends. I highly recommend it. It was very hard for me, but I'm a slow learner. And I'm entirely self-taught. Like, I didn't have any real guidance on it. I think that if you were to, like, get a course or something, it would be much easier than of a time than I had. What I will say is that even though it was very difficult for me to learn, it's very rewarding, and I'm so glad I did, and I'm so glad I stuck with it. I need to figure out why my cam moves back and forth like that. I feel like you can't really tell when I'm crocheting, but when I'm just sitting there, I feel like that's very unpleasant. I am really sorry. I don't know why it's doing that.
To 17 other people. Acknowledging this fact after going over his routine and everything he had done on June 9th is important, as he had no reason to leave out the fact that he had talked to Ying Ying that day, unless he had done something illegal.
So who was driving that car other than you on Friday night? On Friday the 9th. You're driving your car on the 9th, weren't you?
Does anybody else have access to that car?
No one has access to that car. Okay.
So how many sets of keys do we have that car?
2.
And where were they on the Friday?
One. I would have had one, and my wife would have had one.
And hers were in Wisconsin, right? Yeah. And what do you keep on that keychain? You keep both sets of keys, right? One for the Camaro, or do you have separate sets?
I have one keychain, but sometimes I take the Camaro keys off of it. So.
Now let's talk specifically about Friday. Okay. You went to school for how long at the U of I?
I just don't understand
Since 2013.
why they never ask for a goddamn lawyer.
Not really. I never really.
It will never make sense to me. If I ever have to speak to a police officer in any official capacity, 1,000,000%, there's going to be a lawyer there.
Yes. Okay. Yeah, that was my name. Was that and the attached feelings.
But specifically on that day, okay, when you originally told the agents that came to your apartment that you just played video games all day long, and you didn't leave the apartment.
Yeah.
But it's fair to say that we know that that's not true, correct?
Why would I lie?
This is the kind of response you would expect from someone you know personally who was lying to you. If someone's first response when met with an overt accusation is something along the lines of, "Why would I lie?" they are likely lying, and hoping that your trust in them, that they are a good person, overrules any suspicion. Brent doing it in this circumstance is incredibly suspicious, because there are a million reasons why he would want to lie about seeing Ying Ying, but he feigns obliviousness to them.
I mean,
Maybe there's some misunderstanding why we're here. Because like I said, we're not just looking for a needle in a haystack. I'm sorry, let me take that back. We are looking for a needle in a haystack.
yeah.
But my point is, you're making it sound like we just randomly came across your vehicle of the 1,400 Astros that are in the state of Illinois.
I have.
So what would have happened that day that brings us to you?
Probably that I live in Champaign. I mean, I've never seen one before, an Astro. So.
This is not laying too flat right at the moment, gang, but it's so pretty.
Believe me when I say that the full weight and force of the FBI is going to descend on that vehicle. And all that entails. Okay. Right now, my primary concern and why I've been out till midnight, and these guys have been out till midnight every single night, is we're trying to find this girl. It's raining outside, it's nasty, she's a foreign student who's only been here for a few weeks. I want to find her. I'm asking for help.
I know.
Okay, end with a chain 2 and a slip
I've got her
stitch to
getting
the
into your car.
top of the first stitch.
I need to know why. There's Brent. I need to know why she's getting into your car, and I need to know where she went.
If we can help her, we need it done now, because we need to move on from this.
It's been like 6
It
days
is
now.
definitely cupping.
I don't know what to say.
It certainly is not laying flat. But with
And
some
you've been out of your life
blocking,
for how
that would
long?
be fine. This could be fine.
And that you know what we do. I work
Got a
at
neat
Texas
spiral
Crusto,
vibe
we
going
have-
on.
we
I
know
don't think
we
it's
have
supposed
access
to.
Cameras. Do you think that we're not going to track a vehicle all over campus? We control
Okay,
kiosks
so
and bus
now
stops.
it wants us to
We can
chain
look at
3, which
buses.
counts as the first double
We can look at every
crochet.
building out on
But
the
instead
streets.
of doing that, we're
And
going to
you're
do
telling me
our turning
that I didn't see
chain.
you driving your car.
Or like, you know what I mean, our turning
Goodwin.
stitch.
That I didn't see you driving down Wright Street and turning on right in front of parking where everybody pays their tickets
And then
And
2
drive
double
down University,
crochets in the chain
Goodwin,
2 space.
and heading south.
Okay.
And then you see her standing on that corner in that shade tree, didn't you? That's where you first saw her.
That just doesn't make sense. Pattern.
And
I'll
then
do
you
my
turned-
best.
You turned on Clark. And we still have cameras.
Wait.
I've seen the videos. I didn't see me.
No, we do want to do that.
You've seen what we've allowed you to see.
Can I see this stuff that you're talking about?
Do you think that we brought you up here to show you video? We want to understand why you did it.
1.
Yeah.
We want to understand why you stopped her to pick her up. Was it to give her a ride? Are you afraid to tell us that you gave her a ride? Maybe you wanted to make a couple bucks as an Uber driver, and she told you I had to go sign a lease at One North, and you're like, oh, I know where that's at. I'll drop you off. If you're afraid to tell us that you gave her a ride someplace, we can work with you there. But I know that you picked her
Then
up.
3 double crochet in
I
the
know
next
you
chain 2 space and
I
repeat
saw
all
you in
around.
your shirt, arms fully extended.
Okay. This is definitely going to cup.
Where did
This
you
is
drop her
not
off at?
enough
She was looking
stitches
for a ride.
for
She missed her bus. She told you she was going to One North, so where did you
increasing
drop her off at?
properly.
The officer is seemingly giving Brent an out by admitting he did pick up Ying Ying and drive her the day she went missing. He would be admitting that he was the last person to see her alive, which he had been admittedly denying. Though this technique doesn't have an official name, it is often used in interrogation, as a small admittance serves as a foot in the door. Getting someone to outright admit that they had been lying is incredibly hard, but after successfully getting the subject to admit to lying once, it becomes easy.
Oh, my nails are so beautiful. Thank you so much. I'm very sorry that it's taking me a long time to see people's comments in chat. Lunar, that's really, really nice. I appreciate it. I love them. They look fake. She did such a beautiful job on them. They look fake. I feel like my nails do not look like, I feel like real nails don't typically look this good. I'm absolutely obsessed with them.
Maybe I'm getting my days mixed up then.
Okay.
I thought I drove around on Saturday. I did pick a girl up. I don't remember where.
Okay.
I saw her picture. I don't think it was her though.
Do you remember the girl's name that you picked up?
No, she was talking very broken English.
Brent has begun to show signs of high stress. As he talks, he is shaking his head, rubbing his hands together under the table, and appears to be out of breath.
Yeah,
He
his
so stressed with the
breathlessness is a
situation
big
unraveling before him that
situation
his body
for
is
me.
reacting as if he is working out.
I think
He is
real
now
nails
admitting
don't
that he
usually
might have
get
picked
left
up
to
Ying
grow
Ying
that
and
long.
trying
Maybe.
to validate his previous lies by simply saying he had mixed up the dates.
I've been taking really, really good care of
Tell
them
us about
lately.
What happened? What time of day was that?
Early afternoon. I don't really remember.
Okay.
I was just driving around.
I say that, but my nails are about that long too. Do you do a lot of cuticle care,
Okay.
Graceful Lily?
So I stopped my car and looked at her. I asked her if she needed help. I talked to her for a little bit. Not much.
Your nails are always super long too, yeah. It's an adjustment to make, but I love it. I love it.
Was this when you got on the
It
north
makes
side
me
of
feel like
the
my
railroad
hands
tracks
are
on
so
Goodwin?
pretty.
When you went across the university and you drove on north? Did you let her out by the hospital or by the railroad tracks? Or where did you let her out at?
If you stab a crash fish, they don't blow up. If you stab a crash fish in
I
time,
remember specifics.
Was it close to where you picked her up?
Yeah, it was relatively.
They can
close to
still blow up after you stab them if you're late on the draw.
When you say she freaked out, what did she do? Did she start throwing things at you? Did she scratch you? It looks like you have a scratch on your right bicep there. Is that from...
Oh, Edwin, I'm so happy to hear that. I'm glad that we can bring you a little bit of that joy back.
So she's sitting in the front
I'm so
passenger
terribly
seat.
sorry to hear that you lost it.
Has anybody else sat in that front passenger seat since she got out of the car?
Oh, shit.
Probably. Not with me, but with my wife.
Oh, no, we're good.
So other than your wife, who else sat in the front passenger seat with you that you know?
Maybe a guy she's hanging out with.
Your wife?
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't know. I don't
Okay,
think
so-
it was her.
And if it's her, not again.
Okay.
I want to find this girl because I know she's alone and scared out there, and we don't
Yeah.
have any contact with her. So you said you picked her up.
Yeah.
You went a couple blocks away into a residential area. Do you remember if you went north?
I went north for sure.
Okay.
I mean, I know my criminal directions.
Yeah. Okay. So you went
So
north.
that was relatively close to Loomis. So
All right. To where?
it was relatively close to Loomis. And so
Loomis?
I just let them do what they do. There's one
Where you
problem
dropped her
child
off,
nail
where
that
you
keeps trying to
picked her up?
split down the center, though.
Where I picked her up.
Get harder than
So,
hooves. That
I'm
shit
serious
is
when I said I was
a
gonna be
miracle.
social. I pretty much just go to Loomis area, that parking lot there, and then go home.
Have defo seen natural nails that long on my mom and sister, but we never could afford anything but naturals. We'll see if I beat mom as bio son. I believe.
Drop her off at?
There's a residential area, I guess, a little north of Loomis.
The same street you picked her up from, right?
Yeah, north of that place.
That would be Goodwin Avenue that you were on.
Okay. So
And you're facing north when she gets in the
showed
car.
me her phone, and I was like, broken English. She said, "I'm going here."
So she was showing your phone like a maps program?
Yeah. And I saw it was north, so I started driving north.
Need to grow out about 4 millimeters to get my mom's length. That'll be like
Maybe she said something else.
probably like 2 months.
That's really when she started freaking out. And
I feel like mine grow at least about 2 millimeters per month.
pulling the door.
That's accounting for like filing and stuff, though.
I'm locked. She got out. That was it.
Sorry.
Where were the streets
Trying to
at?
keep this in the visible area. It's hard.
I don't remember.
Do you remember what she was wearing?
No, I don't. She had a backpack. Jeans.
Did she have anything on her head? Was she wearing sunglasses?
For 8 to 9 total past the pink bit. Like
She had tennis shoes on or flip-flops?
past where it meets your nail bed
Didn't notice flip-flops.
or
high heels,
past your
jeans,
cuticle
normal shoes.
down here. 'Cause I feel like my nails are about a centimeter long, maybe a little bit longer than
What
a
was her
centimeter.
ethnicity? You said she had trouble speaking English. What was
She was
her-
Asian.
She was
She
Asian.
was Asian.
Okay. What do you think? How old do you think she was? Do you think she was a grad student, undergrad? Was she
My
somebody?
guess was about 20.
Okay.
My guess was about 20. Her hair length-ish, kind of here. I have trouble telling Asian people apart from one another. Sorry.
Well, you would remember
No,
this
that's-
very specific though, because when you pulled up to her, you rolled your window down, and she leaned into your car, so you were looking right at her face. And what did she have on her face? What did she have on her head? You were looking right at her. You don't remember?
things like that. No, I mean, even so, I taught many semesters here, and a lot of the students were Asian.
Was she wearing glasses? Did she have a ball cap on?
I fucked up back there, but that's okay.
She might have been wearing glasses.
I am not going all the way back for that.
So,
I need to though, because it's
What did
already
she tell you
cupping
when
so
you
bad.
rolled down the window and you were
Time to frog it. I feel bad.
That's when I stopped. Do you remember specifically what she said to you?
I asked her something on the phone.
What'd she say to that?
She said, I'm late.
I could check the exact length of my nails right now, actually.
Not exactly out of it, but just kind of like, oh, I'm going to help this random person, so.
Okay, they're at 2 centimeters.
So she said she was running late for something?
Yeah. And I was like, oh, okay, well.
This one's not quite at 2 centimeters. This one is, though. Or wait, nope. 1.5.
Did she say where she was trying to get to?
1.5.
You mentioned showing the phone.
1.5, yeah. This one is short because it broke not very long ago. This is my longest nail. It needs trimmed.
So, all right.
And that one is right up on 2 centimeters.
I don't remember us talking for that long. I mean, there really wasn't much said.
I'm so upset that I fucked this up. Where is it? I can't find it now. Oh, it's right here. I'm on that one.
Her English was really bad.
Okay, this was trebles. I forgot to do the chain 2 in between the trebles on this specific one. But this should be quick now that I know exactly what we're doing.
Less than 5 minutes.
The AI made us a pretty easy pattern, TBH.
There's just a few blocks, and I apparently
Sinvicta, thank you so much for the raid. How are you guys doing? Just a quick warning, everybody, we're watching true crime content, so if that's not your bag, definitely understand. Have a good night. See ya. Right now we are crocheting a pattern that ChatGPT wrote for us. We're doing a doily. Thank you so much for the raid. If somebody could please shout out Sinvicta. Do I have any mods here right now?
Who looks identical to the one he picked up that day is now missing. Then later, he is questioned by the cops because she was seen getting
Good night, Lillian.
exactly like his. Why wouldn't he offer up that information?
I hope you're nice and warm and cozy.
To do with the crime that occurred,
Nice.
and everything he was saying was truthful. Informing the police that he picked her up, then dropped her off safely, would remove him from suspicion, even if he got the dates confused and admittedly believed that he picked up a girl the day after. Most people would be forthcoming to the police about that, should they question them. Brent hiding this information only makes him look guilty.
So when you cross the railroad tracks, did you turn to the left or to the right?
I don't remember railroad tracks.
Okay.
So those are a little further up, I think, aren't they?
That's the slip stitch to join. It is cupping a little bit less than it was, but it's still a little bad.
So, I mean, I have no reason to go that way because it's.
I don't have my keyboard, so I can't do a shout out.
Driven right by the hospital. You'd have been south of the tracks, and the very next thing you see, you're behind the hotel, right? You see the hospital.
Let me see if I can do it with just my mouse.
Yeah,
You said you went to
Copy Sinvicta, the shout out button. Where is it?
Yeah, I'm working on it.
Yeah.
I know the area very well.
Do I not have the shout out button? Why is that gone?
It's easy to forget.
So you said you kicked her out of the car in a residential neighborhood.
She got out of the car, I think.
Oh, she got out of the car?
She wanted to get out. Like, that's why I let her out.
Okay, she was freaking out.
Yeah.
And she was saying things that you didn't understand.
What the fuck?
She thought you took a wrong turn.
Yeah, and something was up, I don't know. Something
There used to be a shout out
So-
button, and it is not there anymore.
Yeah. And she tried to open the door, but again, it was locked because my car auto locks. Obviously, wanted to get out. I'm not going to keep someone I barely know in my car who just want to be in there. I don't know the girl. So I let her up. That was the last I saw her.
Really?
All right.
I mean, I would have told us earlier, but I mean, I thought it was Saturday. Can I move this around a little? Thank you.
I guess let's start where you think you picked her up at.
That's a good question.
Yeah, it's just not there anymore. What the fuck? I'm really sorry that I can't shout out Sinvicta, but you guys all know Sinvicta. Please go follow him if you're not already. Very gifted, talented Isaac player.
Here. It was north of Springfield, so...
All right. So now we do this.
Yeah, like over here. I remember being by the quad.
For our chainless turn. And then we're doing 2 double crochets here, and then it's just 3 double crochets in each chain space all around. And we're all caught up in just a second.
I've been back on a couple
It
times.
won't take us too long at all.
But I have had to go there a few times. I guess there's a Circle K right over here.
Imaginary Monsters, thank you so much for the raid. I hope you're doing well as well. We're crocheting a doily pattern that ChatGPT wrote for us. And I think next we're going to ask them to do a hat pattern for us.
You run a box around her. Now you come back up north Goodwin and you pull up right next to her. You talk to her for less than a minute.
I don't think I'd trust a ChatGPT pattern. I'm having a good time. So far, it's pretty. It's cupping, but it's pretty. It also chose our yarn for us.
Yeah, you were definitely driving all over campus. And you were by yourself. And you weren't playing video games all day.
For those of you that don't know me, my name is Zero Doxy. I'm a big dumb idiot. Welcome. I like creepy shit. So we watch creepy stuff while we crochet. We also start every stream with an Isaac run. Sometimes we do just Isaac streams.
Friday. That's why. I mean,
nice.
Friday is a day, or Friday, or they're there to ask you if you.
Babe, could you do a shout out to Sinvicta, please, in chat?
Friday. I mean, they were asking me about Friday between 2 and 3, so I told them.
Pretty sure it's just / shout out and then Sinvicta. But he rated us, which was lovely of him.
But you didn't bother to tell him. Oh, I didn't. I played video games all day Friday, Detective, but I actually did pick up a female on Saturday. You didn't feel the need to give them that information? And it might be important?
I mean...
Turn up the video audio. Right, so it's so loud to me.
University. Where do you go next? Do you remember?
I will do it if it's quiet for you guys.
Past University.
Hopefully that's good.
The residential area I was talking about then. So I must have went past University.
Is that better,
sure.
Lillian?
So I drove a little more than that. So I must have turned left somewhere up here into this area. And that's where I would have dropped her off. For sure.
Sinvicta does also have a YouTube channel. That's true.
So
thank you, honey. Thank you.
I don't know exactly where in here I was, but I mean, just looking at this, yeah, I mean, if this is Goodwin, Springfield's right here, I was in this area here. I'm assuming this is a residential area.
I think tomorrow we might do a just solely crochet stream because we haven't been doing a lot of crochet lately. But we'll ask chat whether we want to start with an Isaac run or just go straight into crochet.
Straight home?
Yeah, that was enough for me that day.
Okay. Where did you see her walking out?
She's really just standing there looking at her phone. I mean,
it's perfect. That's good. I'm glad. I'm glad that's better.
I don't think so. No.
I very desperately need a drink, but I'm going to wait until the end of the row. I'll reward myself with a sip of fun, fizzy water.
I'm going to ask a personal question. Don't take it the wrong way. You mentioned your wife went on vacation with another friend. You mentioned that there's another guy she hangs out with. You mentioned there was another girl you hang out with. Do you guys have
we're in an
fairly
open
open relationship? Okay.
Yeah, I have a girlfriend. She has a boyfriend as well.
Okay.
Hydrate. Okay, don't mind if I do. I'll take a sip of my actual water for a hydrate because I have regular water here too.
It's not just a relationship, it's just a strain. So
every marriage goes through some rough patches.
yeah, I mean,
how long has that been?
You spelled it right the first time, Imaginary Monsters. You have a good one. Thanks for hanging out. I hope that it's a lovely one. I am starving, y'all.
I didn't tell her that I did this because I was scared that, I'm great now, this is happening.
If your wife or husband were to harmlessly pick up or drop off another individual, do you think that would cause a significant strain on your marriage? No, you probably wouldn't, because the idea that picking up another party in a completely innocent way is a non-issue for most people. Brent stating that he didn't tell his wife about picking up Ying Ying because it could lead to more issues is a huge red flag.
Hi,
Did
honey.
she go to Wisconsin with a boy or another girlfriend?
Guy.
How'd that make you feel when she went away for the weekend, this long weekend with that guy? Yeah. And it's okay. Those are normal human feelings.
Yeah.
Did you feel hurt?
Well, yeah, but she's been seeing for a while.
But still, she's your wife, and it's tough. Even if you're in an open relationship like that, where it's tough to see somebody you care about, that you love, to go someplace else with somebody else and not include you.
Yeah.
And I get that, man. Is that why you were driving around campus all day, pretty much all day long on Friday?
It is cupping so bad, guys. Who sat down one day and said, "These circles shall now be called doilies"? I don't know. That would be a fun word to look up the history of. Y'all told me exactly what that word was yesterday, and I completely forgot already. Etymology?
Did you talk to any
Etymology?
other girls on Saturday, or did you stay home Saturday?
No. Once again, days mixed up.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm not trying to
When
trip
I
you up
was-
on the days.
When I was driving, I'll put it in a clear way then. When I was driving around, she was the only person I talked to.
Okay, fair enough. Do you remember what time you started driving around campus that day? Was it early in the morning? Was it mid-afternoon?
Right.
Okay. We are coming to the end of this round. Very exciting.
After I ate lunch, but it was an early lunch.
This has been such a simple
eat lunch?
pattern
Did you
so
eat
far.
No, at home.
No.
Entomology
Were you
is
doing
of
research
bugs.
park at
Okay.
all Before you saw her that day?
Research Park.
Down by the I Hotel?
Anyway, yeah, it would be fun to learn the etymology of doily. Late 17th century from doily or doily, the name of a 17th century London draper. The word originally denoted a woolen material used for summer wear, said to have been introduced by this draper. The current sense, originally doily napkin, dates from the early 18th century. That is interesting. Most sources credit it to an actual man, a 16th century London cloth merchant named Doily, sometimes spelled doily, who sold open-work textiles, probably bobbin lace. Okay. Thank you for that, Boonji.
Yeah. So that's Kirby Avenue.
Yes.
Okay.
I was on Kirby.
Yeah, and you're heading east towards Urbana. And Kirby, you would have had the baseball fields off to your right, the cemetery off to your left. So you would have had softball field, baseball field off to your right. Then right when you got to Lincoln Avenue, there's soccer fields off to your right.
I don't remember specifics on directions.
My tension is perfect, so if this, I just think that it's not making enough stitches for it to not be cupped, but blocking will help this because it will stretch, right? It's cotton, so it won't stretch a lot, but it will stretch.
Into a residential neighborhood in Urbana?
In Urbana? If I did, it wasn't that far.
Were you in Orchard Downs?
Okay, so now we are
Where all our
going
married student housing
to
is. There's a large Asian
join,
community that lives out there.
and let's see
You driving around Orchard
I
Downs?
did go to Orchard Downs for a little bit, but there was construction, so I turned
what is going on with round 6. We're almost done with this pattern.
There's an apartment there.
Who's your friend?
Hello, my cursor is missing.
She was a co-worker, research partner of mine.
Okay.
When I went here, didn't see her obviously, nothing like that. I was like,
So you came down all the way through.
I turned into there, but again, there was construction, so I just left immediately because I was like,
Just
We're doing a
could get on with you.
double
I mean, I
crochet
like
and a
exploration,
chain
just to clear my head.
3.
I like exploring, I guess you could say. You know, one of those things like I drive down Springfield every single day at work.
Because it says chain 6 counts as first double crochet and chain 3. So I'm going to do the chainless turn here for a double crochet and then chain 3.
Yeah, no, again, not trying to fault you or trip you up over the days. I know sometimes days can be a blur. So you were cruising around campus.
Okay, and now chain 1,
Your
2,
wife was up in Wisconsin with her boyfriend.
3.
While you were cruising around, you saw Miss Ying Ying. She appeared very.
And now we skip the next double crochet in next, chain 3, skip next, and repeat. So it's just
I recognized
double
her. I
crochet,
would've told the agents that
chain
came
3, skip 1.
Monday or Tuesday, whenever it was, that it was her.
Okay.
Like,
So we skip this one, double crochet into this.
I picked up an Asian girl. I thought she was about 20.
So,
Chain 1,
and from there, you
2,
went north on University.
3,
She was trying to point out directions on her phone.
double crochet,
You turned left into the neighborhood. She started panicking.
I got up. And that's
1, 2, 3.
When she said she was distressed, or you said that she looked distressed, what did she say to you when you rolled your window down and talked to her?
She said she was late for something.
Other than that, did she tell you what it was?
She
Or
said
where
she
it was
had
at?
a meeting with her professor.
Did she tell you where it was at?
Yeah, but I didn't understand her.
Okay.
So,
did she offer to pull up the address in her phone
um,
and show it to you?
I think she did that in my car. I don't remember her giving her phone outside of the car.
And what did her phone look like? Was it
Moth
black?
said hi. Moth Goth? Oh, I missed them. Sad. I love Moth Goth. I miss them very bad. Sinvicta, we're crocheting a doily. It's the like lace
My type of phone, I can tell you
things that
much.
old ladies put under their vases and lamps and shit. I am obsessed with them. I love them. I think that they are the prettiest thing.
So an Android.
You remember the color of the case? 'Cause
Okay.
She showed you the map where she wanted you to take her.
The front of it must have been white.
Okay.
Here we
Fair
go.
enough.
Because I didn't see the back.
Do you remember did you recognize the map program?
This is the most
simple.
simple doily pattern I've ever seen in my life.
So,
I know that there's a couple out there.
Oh
it
no.
didn't look like the one
Oh
you
no.
showed me, So,
Okay.
Okay, we're good.
it didn't look anything weird to me. So,
How are you, Sinvicta? How was your tour of Italy last night? All I can think about right now is food. I'm so hungry. Chain
Again,
3. Skip 1, double crochet in the next. It was good. I wish I had another big same. Last message of the night. I prefer my lace worn on the body. Same. I like all of it. I like lace everything.
I'd like you to be more forthcoming.
1,
Again, I need to find
2, 3.
Got her family flying over here from China.
Doot doot.
It's been 6 days. It's rainy outside. I need to find her.
No,
We
no,
have
no, 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 no.
600
Fuck.
Chinese students that have volunteered to look for her. What I can tell you is that we will find her. Now, when we find her is up to you. Because you know, and we know, that she didn't just get out of your car. So we need to know where she is now,
1,
so that we can move
2,
forward from this.
3.
But if you maintain that she just got out of the car and walked
Body
away,
lice can
it's
be
very
nice.
difficult for us to move forward.
Were you hoping for Just kind of like a
No,
quick trace
thank
with
you.
your finger and see if
I've
you
never
can-
had body lice before. I've had head lice. It was not fun.
Nice, but
I didn't keep my hair as long then. It would be a nightmare now.
Do you have? I'm
I
gonna
kept
ask you a
it
weird
long,
question.
but not. My hair is
You know, a lot of us
so
have
long
fetishes.
now.
How would you describe your relationship with your wife? Are you guys into certain things? Do you like porn? Do you like?
we're pretty vanilla together.
I would ask how
But-
this is relevant. Like, why is that
Yeah,
any of your business,
we
sir?
have some stuff in our apartment.
I mean, do you have like certain types of people that you have fantasies about that you might want to hook up with? You know,
Not particularly, no.
Well, I'm just about to take.
okay. I mean, have you ever like? You do realize like everything you tell us, we fact check.
Ugh, Lily, that's the
what you
worst.
tell us.
Yeah,
So,
I know.
like stuff like YouTube videos that you've seen.
Big people during COVID
regarding
energy.
Asian women. Do you like videos of Asian women? Like Korean women?
Like K-pop songs and stuff. I mean,
Maybe.
I like all types of women.
Okay.
And that's the truth. So I don't have an Asian fetish.
But something drew your eye to her.
One.
Because
two,
you were cruising all
three.
over. And if she was truly distressed, I mean, there was an e-phone stand right behind her. She could have pushed that button and got help. And she didn't ask you for help, per se. She asked, she needed to get to, she was late for something.
Yeah.
And that's, so you offered
One.
to give her a ride.
2, 3.
Now, I've been doing this. I'm 45 years old. I've been policing basically since I was 21 years old. Young Marine, living out in Quantico, Virginia. I've had a gun on my belt for basically most of my adult life. Okay. And I get that sometimes people lie to me.
Edwin's out there fucking killing
I
it
don't
in
do it, I don't take
Subnautica.
personal, you know, a lot of times people, they tell me truths, and then, or they
I have to
basically-
pee so bad.
a little bit of truth here, a little bit of truth there, but just to try to stay the course, to make me believe that they're telling me they're being entirely truthful. But you and I know
Take
that
my cam, I'll take your
now,
life.
what we're
Yeah.
talking about, you're not being entirely truthful with us. And at this point, we're trying to help you. We're trying to help her. We're trying to help her family. I don't think that you're a bad person. Something happened though, and something got out of control.
2, 3.
And we need to know where she's at. Because the longer she's missing,
Is he gonna confess?
we're going to find the answers to all these questions. Whether we do
Without
it
a
now
lawyer
or we have to
there?
do it 2 weeks from now. But we're gonna put this behind us, and everybody's gonna move forward. And this is a time for you to
Like, don't get me wrong, he's a piece of shit. He deserves to go to jail, etc.,
She-
etc.
her
As much as
family
anybody deserves to go to
is
jail in a
coming to China
predatory jail
to
system.
look for their daughter.
Uh,
Do you have any sisters?
but he's just making so many mistakes.
What wouldn't if your sister was missing, even if it was because of you, wouldn't you want to help for the closure for that family, for your loved ones?
She got out of the car. She got out of my car. So,
You have to know you're a smart man. You have a PhD, right?
He's gonna confess by the end of
Masters.
this.
Oh, you got out of the PhD. You're still a smart man, is my point. So you have to understand how technology works. How do you think I knew that she Googled the address to 1 North? How do you think I knew that? 1 minute after getting in your car, how do you think I knew that? We know that she didn't get out of your car. You need to be honest with us. Help us put this to rest. Help us bring her back to her family. You can do that. You can do that. You can do it right now.
I understand if you've had dark thoughts. I understand if you've been depressed. I understand if you've been drinking too much at times.
We will screw you to the wall to me as a 15-year-old friend of a bomb threat suspect. That's wild.
Temptation is out there. I need to find her.
Even when you're the victim, cops can be really shitty. Just fuck police.
Your wife just left to go on a vacation with another man. You see her, she gets in.
After they talked to a person who had committed the big one on me, they told me the next time they talked to me that he seemed like a really good kid.
Did she get back in your car then? No. Did you get out of the car and follow her? No.
Definitely not. I didn't get on my crossing.
Why not?
I'll never fucking forget that.
Was it because of the kind of neighborhood you were in?
I don't know anything about that neighborhood. So.
Did she run away from you? Did she stand there?
No, she stood there, looked at her phone, and I drove away.
And they tried to come up with any reason why I fucking deserved it.
So that's what it is.
What I was wearing, if I had been flirting with him.
Let her out of the car in the neighborhood. Are you sure you didn't let her out?
It was wild.
Towards the heart of Champaign, maybe close to the railroad tracks. Are you sure you didn't drive her further west into Champaign? It wasn't when you first took that left up after Goodwin.
I don't remember how far it was. I thought it was shortly after. I don't remember like crazy specifics like that. I don't know.
You would remember this drive.
Not specifics like that.
All right, we're at the end of this row.
Like a mile or two? No, not that far.
Do we end on a chain 3?
So you're telling me that when we find her, we're going to find her phone, is what you're telling me. Is that what you're telling me? Because when she got out of her car, or your car, she had her phone in her hand?
Yes.
I have no
yes,
idea.
we do.
She had her phone. Yeah. I don't know if you're... I don't know the answer to that question.
And now join.
So...
Well, certain questions we ask you, we know the answers to. We're seeing if you're being truthful with us.
Okay.
You know, if I ask you a question I know the answer to, and you give me a different answer, I know you're not being truthful with me. You know.
Holy shit, the most honest a cop has ever been?
Keep asking it. Help us find her. I appreciate you
All right.
being honest with her getting into the car.
Round 7, boys. Let's go.
It tells me that you're telling the truth, because I knew the answer to that.
I'm so sorry. I'm going to pee super quick. I'll be right back. I won't even run an ad. I'll be right back. Everybody hang tight.
Okay. What happened?
Minky, you're very cute and precious. Minky's being very cute and precious, in case you guys were wondering.
Things went sideways.
That's what happened.
Were you attracted to her at all?
Reasonable amount.
I mean, she's a good-looking girl. Did the thought cross your mind?
Yeah, the thought crossed my mind, but it probably happened with anyone.
I mean, maybe she's into that, is my point. And I'm not judging you if she got in your car and she wanted to go to another location. You guys have some fun, roll around, have sex, consensual sex. Something happens. You panic. Is that a possibility? You sure?
Yeah, I'm sure.
So you're telling me you never had sex with her?
I never had sex with her.
Never penetrated her with your fingers? Any parts of her body? With
No.
your penis?
No.
With your fingers?
No.
Never had sex. Did you kiss her?
No.
Are you afraid? Are you afraid to tell me if you did? Because it seems like you're trying to think instead of just answering the question. You're trying to think about 3 steps forward, like where I'm going with it. And I think I've demonstrated enough. I've shared enough with you that you know that I know that you didn't drop her off in that neighborhood. You know that we can follow her phone.
Okay.
So where did you drop her off at?
Where'd you take her, Brent? Where did you find Yang Yang?
Tonight.
That is where the interview ended. Brent went from admittedly denying ever seeing Ying Yang to admitting
Oh,
that he
I
had been
missed the
person in
end.
car that picked her up. As the interview was underway, a search was happening simultaneously.
Did
at
he
Brent's
did he
home. The
confess?
investigators found 3 reddish stains on the defendant's mattress, 2
There's
smaller
still
stains in the middle of
6
the
minutes of this
mattress,
bitch
and a
left.
large stain at the end of the mattress near the wall, all of which were swabbed and taken in for testing. When they pulled the bed away from the wall, they saw that there was a significant amount of blood that had stained the carpet, which they also took. On the other side of the bedroom, they found an aluminum baseball bat. The bat seemed unassuming. However, when sprayed with luminol, it showed that the bat had been previously covered in blood. However, it would take a while to process the DNA, so Brent was let go. After the interview, he was placed under constant surveillance, and his girlfriend, Tara Bulis, was approached by the FBI. They informed her that they had evidence against Christensen that put him under suspicion.
Oh, good night.
Tara, who had
Have a
only
good
been
one.
dating Brent for a couple of months at that point, stated that there was no way he would have hurt Ying Yang, and agreed to wear a wire when speaking to her boyfriend. Tara informed the police that Brent wasn't an abusive person, but in the months they had been together, she had introduced him to the BDSM lifestyle. He was her dom, but only because she had taught him how to be. At this point, the investigation into Brent had already unearthed the fact that he had bought multiple restraints and items that could be used in a kidnapping. But Tara stated that those items had simply been used
Yeah,
consensually
same,
with her.
Graceful
He had
Lily.
also
That's why
mentioned
you
kidnapping and
fucking
murder
have
to
a
her multiple
lawyer.
times in their
You
text
gotta have a
messages. But
lawyer.
that, she said, was entirely role-playing. She was adamant that she would wear a wire in order to prove Brent's innocence. That way, the investigation
I feel
could
like
move
it's
on
pointless to
whoever
start the
had
next
taken
row.
Ying Yang. 2 days after the interview, Brent spoke to the
We'll
police and FBI
finish this
again,
up tomorrow.
this time
There's
offering
only 2
explanations
rows
to certain
left.
things he believed might make him look suspicious. He told the investigators that 6 days prior to Ying Yang's disappearance, he had bought a large duffel bag. He had posted about the bag on FetLife, stating that he would use it to transport a kidnapping victim to and from his residence after killing them. He stated that he had only bought the bag in order to transport a cat tree to his girlfriend's house. However, when Tara was asked about this, she stated that didn't occur. He also claimed that if the
God damn it.
investigation found any blood
Sorry,
in
I
his
did not
car,
mean to
it was
make
his own,
myself
as he'd
center
previously cut himself
screen
in the
there.
car.
Fuck.
During this interview, agents asked him to physically take them to where he claimed he had let out Ying Yang. Brent agreed to this, but ultimately could not be specific about the area, claiming that he no longer remembered. 3 days after, Ying Yang's family, along with the Chinese Students Association at the University of Illinois, helped organize a vigil. The vigil was meant to spread awareness about her disappearance, keep her name in the news, and potentially gain new leads. Though Ying Yang had been missing for about 20 days at that
Embarrassing.
point, people were still hopeful that she could be found. Brent, despite being the sole suspect, decided to go to the vigil alongside Tara. Unbeknownst to Brett, she was wearing a wire, and it was at this vigil, commemorating the beautiful life of Ying Yang, that he gloated about her murder. When Tara asked Brent why he, the sole suspect, wanted to go to the vigil, he stated, quote, "I just wanted to see how many people were here. They're here for me," unquote. During the vigil, he went on to describe in graphic detail what he did to Ying Yang. Before I continue, the following is taken from court records, and as such is incredibly graphic. If you aren't in a space to mentally take on this information, please exit the video now, and have a wonderful day.
Yeah,
I'll give you a second to
I
click
echo
off the
this.
video. He tricked Ying Yang into getting into his car, pretending to be an off-duty police officer, who would have no problem taking her to the apartment complex. Ying Yang believed him, as he had a fake badge, and thought he was just being kind. Once she was in the car, he bound her hands, then drove her back to his apartment. Brent was a foot taller and 100 pounds heavier than she was, and overpowered her easily, pinning her down before cutting off her clothes and sexually assaulting her. However, he told Tara that he hadn't been able to finish because he, quote, got bored. After assaulting her, he choked her for about 10 minutes. She fought the entire time, refusing to let him kill her. Annoyed, he brought her into the bathroom, placed her in the bathtub, and repeatedly hit her with the aluminum bat. According to his testimony, this split her head open, but she was still alive. He then stabbed her in the neck, and when she tried to fight back, he cut off her head. After killing her, he set about cleaning up after himself. He dismembered her body, distributing it between 3 garbage bags, which he then placed in dumpsters around the area, along with all the items she had brought with her. He spent the rest of the week cleaning his apartment, removing every trace she had ever been there, besides the mattress that he had raped her on, and the bat that he had used to beat her. As Tara and Brent attended the vigil, he bragged about how he committed the perfect murder, how Ying Ying will never be found, and how even if the cops have the murder weapon, they will never convict him without a body. He also claimed that Ying Ying is just the latest in a string of murders he had committed throughout his life, starting when he was 19.
I wonder if that's real.
False, as Brent had thought his girlfriend was into the idea of him being a serial killer and wanted to impress her. In the recording, which has not been released to the public,
Hard
Tara
agree,
asks
Lily. I
Brent
never
what
used to
makes
be.
his ideal victim, and he begins to point out other women at the vigil out. He makes note of their height and weight, stating that women between 110 pounds and 100 pounds are easier to control, and then denotes that he can never do what he did to Ying Ying to her because she's bigger. The day after the vigil, the FBI arrested Brent and charged him with kidnapping. When the case went to court, Brent's lawyers admitted that he killed Ying Ying, but that it wasn't his fault because he was depressed. His wife was dating another man, and he had started doing BDSM, which is obviously ridiculous. Brent was found guilty and sentenced to life without the possibility of parole, which is more than he deserves. If you have made it to this portion in the video, thank you for watching.
Jesus,
Please consider watching
that's
the
so
movie
wild
Finding
because
Ying Ying,
BDSM is
as it
kind
goes
of like a
over the life
safety
and
fetish,
fantastic and
hey?
illuminating detail.
Like it's
Her
a
family
fetish
has
of
also set
for
up the
being
Ying Ying
safe.
Fund, which is an endowment fund made to help support international students in crisis and their families. I will leave a link for more information.
And assholes
down
like
below.
that give
If
that
there are any
community a
cases
bad
you would like to
name, and
see
it
covered,
sucks.
Let me know by leaving a comment down below, or email me at dreading.official@gmail.com. Thank you so much for watching. And
It's
remember
not
to
his
stay
fault he
safe.
killed her. He was sad, yeah. Well,
Hi.
fuck that guy. That's gonna do it for tonight. I'm gonna find somebody fun to raid. We will be back tomorrow, and we'll see how everybody feels about jumping straight into crochet, or if they'd rather do an Isaac run first. Everybody follow me on Twitter, Hive, so forth. I also have a Discord that you can join. All the links for all that stuff is below this stream. Yeah, I'll be live tomorrow, hopefully right at 8 p.m. No promises, but we will see. I've been doing a mostly good job of streaming all the days that I'm supposed to. I missed a day last week because my house was dirty and I really needed to clean it, and that's what I did. So I count that as not having an extra day off. Anyway, I love you guys. Thanks for hanging out. We'll find somebody who's crocheting to raid. Oh my God, I'm so sorry, Blaine Levine. I apologize. Oh no. We'll be back tomorrow though. We'll be back tomorrow, 8 p.m. in Halifax time. It's 6 p.m. Central, if that's any help to you. 7 p.m. Eastern. I think that's it. I think that's everything that I have to say. Thanks for hanging out. Hang tight. We'll find somebody fun to hang out with. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Bye.